Hey y'all, that's right. We keeping it nice and smooth tonight. How y'all doing? Hope you're comfy, cause I am. I got my beautiful hoodie on that has thumb holes. What? How goes it, everyone? Let's see who we got in chat. Got Kovu, ear perk. All you need is an uwu after that. Got sick with first, fame with second. Hell yeah. Ooh, John with the 11 months. For some reason, my alerts still aren't working. I reset them. I did a whole new link into my OBS, and great. Well, thank you for 11 months, John. I appreciate it. What's the plan for tonight? Shim, we are just vibing. I'm thinking of leveling up my warrior a bit. Maybe just having a nice old good time, because it's been a while since I streamed and still not feeling the best. So I figure instead of getting something intense going on, we can just have a nice little night to chat and hang out. I also need to, go back to my home district. So I want to stop by and say hi. Well, hi, Mise. Amarov vibes, right? I love the vibes of this. I just searched like chill Final Fantasy music and it came up with this like lo-fi mix with Stola as lo-fi girl. It's just vibes, man. It's just vibes. No, Persona, did you miss Eden? You did not. I had a little bit of a mental implosion the other day. So I've been a little bit MIA. Sorry for that, guys. It's been a little, I've had some bad brain stuff going on, but I'm feeling a lot better, and we actually have some pretty cool news to share, my wife and I. We got our apartment, so in the next week or two you'll be seeing a brand new stream room,
I'm gonna have probably, honestly.
and it's gonna be wild, considering all you've ever seen of me is about 3 feet behind me before. It's gonna be quite nice. I want to say that after months of dunking on Dragoon players for dying because of animation locks, I finally get it now. Yup. Hey, you know what? I can't say I'm any better. I've backflipped to death, I think 3 times now, so I feel it. No electricity for 40. Yeah, I saw that, Persona. Everything's good now, though? Would be at work with my new call center job, but the computer they sent me stopped working after 1 day. Sounds like a job, computer. Oh my gosh. Are you getting paid for it? That's awesome, Shim. Hell yeah. Cozy as fuck there? It is. Yeah, I'm very cozy, Kovu. Hello, friend. Hello, Fane. Hello. Died a few times after casting LB3. You guys have seen me die a few times, let alone casting an LB. Yeah, my wife is so jealous of this sweater, by the way, the thumb holes. It's so nice. Huge moon, the bad brain stuff? Yep. Yep. But, we're trying to improve. Think everything's good now? Hell yeah. To resub or not to resub to 14? Well, the answer for me is always resub, because it's kind of my job. I mean, it's kind of my job to play Final Fantasy at this point. Hey, Mika! How you doing? Oh, and Mika, thank you for the, I got it set up finally. Even the US government was like, you fuck up electric company. Some crunchy grapes? Should grapes be crunchy, Spade? I don't feel like grapes should be crunchy. Yo, we are live, Zach. How's it going? How's your all's week been? I've missed you. It's been so long. I've just been sitting at my job trying to work for this week, trying to get through the week of it. So I feel like I deserve to give you guys a little bit of a TLDR on what's going on. So for those of you who don't know, I work for the state. where I help people get into emergency housing, get them food stamps, get them all their benefits. And I love that part of my job. But the homelessness crisis in my state has gotten to the point where the only thing I'm doing all day is housing calls, and we have no rooms. So every day, all day, I pretty much answer the phone and say, hey, I'm sorry. I know that you're qualified for this, but we don't have any rooms for you. You'll have to call back tomorrow. And it got to the point where it was a little bit much for me to handle, because, you know, I'm telling people that are at the end of the ropes, you know, we're their last little chance, that they are homeless. And that's my entire job now. I haven't been doing any food stamps, I haven't been granting any benefits. It's just I've been like a glorified answering service to tell people, hey, you're homeless. So that's why I've been having a pretty rough time recently, and why I had to call off stream for a week. I just wasn't in a good headspace to hang out and entertain y'all. But I'm feeling a lot better. Met with my therapist and we're doing pretty well. Is this one of y'all in chat? I see someone flexing right next to me, assuming that's one of y'all. If so, send me a friend request. But yeah, I'm doing a lot better now. So I'm looking forward to hanging out tonight, just having some nice chill vibes. As you, Zach? Hell yeah. And doing some leveling. If anyone's interested, drop the pub. Hell yeah, Persona. Here, Belle. I was thinking about doing some dungeons with my warrior, and if you guys want to join me. Come here, Belle. Cat wants to see you. It's been so long. They're deprived. Oh, here she is. Hey, hello. Hey, Dolphin. How you doing? Oh. Oh, Shim. That's actually exactly what we are. We, my job right now is housing people in hotel rooms. The problem is that all of our hotel rooms are full, and only so many hotels are willing to work with the state. And we don't discriminate against who we house, so there have been some bad apples that have sullied the reputation with some hotels, so they pulled out of the program. So we have more and more homeless and less hotels. Ooh. Mostly draining a level I don't think I've ever properly fat. It's pretty rough, COVID. It's pretty rough. I mean, the whole reason why I took my job was to help people, you know? That's like the whole reason why I took the job at all. Do I have to do every single job in this character? Maybe eventually, but I don't know. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't plan on making an alt, so if I do other jobs, it'll be on this character. Having a rough week of work, not sure if I'm gonna be able to have a job at the end of the week. Oh my gosh, Mise. Like, quitting or being fired? I hope you're safe. If you're quitting, I would at least say have a job lined up if you can. She big? She's a cute little girl. She ain't big. You could join, but you just downloaded Slime Rancher 2? Yes! Slime Rancher 2 came out. My wife is so excited for it. Couldn't do that. You're doing everything you can, though, friend. Not let it eat you. I'm trying. I'm trying. That's why I'm here today, to spend time with y'all. Just have a nice little time to chat. I like how there was a mental burden when you can't help someone. It builds up and it hurts a lot. Now when you're compared to that, but as an introvert who works in public service, we don't need to compare jobs, sick. You know, you don't have to say yours is worse than mine or vice versa. I think that every job is hard, especially depending on how it hurts you. So, yeah, this isn't a dick comparing contest. Don't feel like you can't rep that you're having a rough time too. No, thank you. I do not want to join your free company. But eventually, well, now, Taleo, life can have its ups and downs. Remember the ones who care for you. Definitely. Yes, Satch. Yes, yes, yes. Only takes one tosser to ruin a good thing for people who genuinely need it sometimes. True. And unfortunately, there have been a few tossers. I don't know. Is that a slur? I don't know what tosser means. Pink Chicken, yo, how you doing? Actually, your name in chat is Pink this time, which is serendipitous. One of your D&D players wants to play a witch, and none of these classes felt right for it. Ooh, you're homebrewing a witch for them, like a spin-off of Warlock, maybe? Probably managed to catch a live stream. I mean, dragon is how it's sort of probably supposed to be said, but dragon. How you doing? Welcome to stream. Everyone's entitled to their own sorrow, true, but also a smile better suits the hero. All right, well, I want to get some leveling done. Is anyone interested in joining my party? I'm just gonna queue up for the duty finder. So I would definitely be up for people joining in. I'm doing tank, so if anyone wants to do healer or 2 DPS. Zach, definitely, yeah. Bite-sized otter. That is the cutest name ever. Welcome to chat. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, which one were you, Zach? You were just next to me. You guys know it's here on Siren 2. I'd be happy to join another run. Hell yeah, Bite-sized otter. Are you on currently? You can send me a friend request. Oh, there you are. Hello. Yeah, welcome on in. Is Otter okay? How'd you find this little piece of the internet? I don't really do anything, but I'm super excited to see you run Eden raids. I am possibly thinking about doing Eden tomorrow. I'll keep you guys posted and seeing how I'm feeling. But we got a nice whole open day tomorrow to work on some stuff. You're just trying to relate to how I do? Oh yeah, definitely sick. Oh no, goodness. Yeah, no. Oh, I feel like I made you feel more uncomfortable. All I want to say is you are valid, and you definitely deserve to feel the way you feel. So don't worry, sick. Oh, hey, Papa. How you doing? Did I miss you in chat? Am I able to come over once I get home from work? Hell yeah. Heard that Twitch is on fire, so what's up with that? Too much to count. Too much to count. Kind of a Warlock Druid mix, trying together a hunt. Ooh, okay, that's actually a really cool idea, Shim. Top about that view laser now? Hell yeah, chicken. Oh, definitely so. Yeah, whenever you want to hang out. On your way traveling? Hell yeah, Mika. So we got Mika, and we have... Ooh. Excuse me. And Zach. Anyone else want to play besides Mika and Zach? Geo Bowl. That's right. Oh, yes. Otter. And Lofi is so nice. I'm feeling a certain way. Mika, I have you on my friends list, right? I'll make sure I can get you in. Twitch breakdown issues, I suggest watching Mogul Mail or Penguin. Yes. Yeah, if you guys have any interest in looking up the Twitch drama, a streamer that I love, Ludwig, he has a channel called Mogul Mail, which my wife just plugged. He has some really well-crafted and distinct videos on the whole situation I'd recommend. Remember you asking in Discord, but I'm really hoping to be able to run the 7th grade in particular with you. Yeah, definitely, Mise. Here, you know what, even let me, since you're requesting so far ahead and you seem so earnest, let me do a sticky note. Let's see. 7th grade Mise. Alright, I got you penciled down for that, Mise. So when we're doing it, I have a little note saying that I'm going to have you join. Can't say I'm much better than Monday, but man, it's been a rough week. I agree, Dolphin. I don't know if it's something in the air. Oh yeah, you're right in front of me? Oh, Hazel. Lame puppy, that's very cute. So I need you to not be tanked, because I'm tanking, Zach. Sorry for any rambling, it's a slow day at work. Hey, we're doing some just chatting right now. You don't need to worry about raving? Rambling? Rising? Don't worry, Misek. I just want to talk to y'all today. Never finish eating raids because never anybody doing them in Party Farm takes forever. Well, still. More the merrier when we do them. Healer DPS? Looks like we need DPS right now. Also need... I mean, can we even queue up with 2 tanks? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Biggest reason I come to your stream is to de-stress because you're so chill and have the greatest... Oh, that's so sweet, Sick. You did make me feel awkward. We was just trying to be clear in case. Definitely. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Sick. I always love having you in chat. Confident enough to run that fight as literally anything if needed? Hell yeah. Well, I'll look forward to having you in it, Misek. Especially having someone who knows the fight as well. Here, I'm gonna mute the music in game so we can have the, oh gosh, where is it? System configuration. Music in game is muted so we can have this nice vibe going on. Oh, 2 tanks is fine. It's whatevs. It's completely static, so it's not like we're having, you know, some third party who's gonna be very upset at us. Hopefully I'll be better on Monday after the service. Hopefully. I know it's been pretty rough for you, Dolphin. Feel free to DM me if you want to talk, by the way. I do consider you a friend, not just someone in chat, you know? Wouldn't have a VIP badge otherwise, right? And hey, let's not bring up the point that you can get points for a VIP. Found if you add a new job what I want it to be? That's a good question. Something that would like transform your body, I think. Like, for the new trailer for 16, they're like putting icons in like themselves. It seems to be, which seems like a very interesting concept. Need this people so stressful. I'm about to explode. Well, hey, let's channel all that explosive energy into my warrior's rage. See if we can get some levels tonight. Crossing to druid, we get his white mage. Fair, yeah. I was thinking almost geomancer, but I know white mage has some of that. But I love the idea of like a transformation class. Because there really isn't anything like that in Final Fantasy. Thoughts on the MSQ so far? Where am I anyway? I am currently... Oh gosh, I think we just finished 5.3, right guys? We're all done with it and we're starting 5.4. So we're almost quote-unquote done with Shadowbringers. We still got Eden to do and we still have the full near raid as well. Oh, you like an EXP bonus from Mentor? Ooh, Mika, you're spoiling me. Ooh la la, fancy stuff. Honestly, having you as a tank is kind of great, because then I can just AFK my brain. And just chat with people. Oh, thank you, Mise, saying I have good vibes. You guys are so sweet tonight. I appreciate that. That's like my whole goal. My whole goal is just to create a spot for everyone to feel comfortable. I know how rough the world can be, you know? I know it can be a very yucky place to have to live. and have to let your brain soak in. So it's good to have a place to relax with people who are friendly, you know? Very bad at extreme sync, unsync sure sync. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I am bad enough for everyone, let alone including you. The whole goal of my streams usually is just to fuck around till we find out. As chat will attest, I have no problem throwing my head at an extreme over and over again. I don't even think we cleared. Yeah, we didn't even clear So Sex Extreme last time. I got very drunk though, which was fun. Spent a good portion today at work just recalling good memories. Yes. That's good. I'm glad that you're able to recall good memories and live through them rather than having to dwell, you know? It's good to have that emotional clarity. Black Mage from a friend and got the job at Artily. Black Mage, it's too standing still for me. My ADHD doesn't allow me to do Black Mage. You technically count Reaper as transformation since his whole personality is overpowering yourself by merging with the Void Scent. That's a good point, Dolphin. I was thinking more of like actual body changing, like a la Druid, but that's a good point. I like that idea. My outfit's cozy as fuck. It is. My outfit is cozy as fuck right now. I am not gonna lie. My wife got me this this hoodie a while ago. It's actually I would have to take it off to show you. It's merch for a podcast I listen to called The Adventure Zone, which is a D&D live play with three brothers and their dad. It's all focused on like having fun and being funny rather than it being super rules heavy. Like a lot of their stuff is edited down to just an hour, as opposed to like Critical Role, which is a lot more like high fantasy, more rules heavy, longer form, 3-hour long things. But I definitely recommend checking out Adventure Zone if you're interested in any D&D sort of stories. Black Mage's glass cannon. Black Mage is glass. It's it's glass everywhere. The cannonballs are glass, the cannon's glass, the floor you're standing on is glass, everything is glass. You got a new ass glam? Hell yeah. And by that I mean astrologian, not ass, like a butt. Go from Summoner to Red Mage to Black Mage is a bit of jarring transition. Oh, I imagine. That sounds like a lot. No login to show you your glam? Hell yeah, dude. Each gender and race has a unique model for Shroud? Ooh, that's really cool. Much more of an ass glam than your last one. Hashtag not sponsored. Thank you, hon. Thank you. Hey, if I could be sponsored by the Adventure Zone to push their merch, that'd be wild. Oh, I'm not sure if you guys saw, but I put probably one of my most proud things I've done in a while in the Discord. I cooked fried chicken tenders from scratch. Did the breading, it's gluten-free. I fried them in actual oil rather than baking them or air frying them. It was nice. It was really good. My wife was very happy because we have to have no gluten, no dairy due to her due to an anti-inflammatory diet for her medical issues. So it was really nice to be able to make some fried chicken for her. You can't get it anywhere else. Music is so good and calming, right? Right? I'm loving it. Never get a better model than Redacted and Endwalker. Man, this Redacted character you guys keep talking about, I'm always so excited to see them finally. It's crazy that so much stuff seems to happen to this Redacted guy. I think I probably said this to you all before, but whenever you guys say Redacted, it makes me think of Original Housing, where the main villain was called Incognito, which is the dumbest name for anything. Oh no, a tentacle monster? Oh yes, a tentacle monster. Ooh, what this? You get my chat telling me you don't want a tentacle monster? Come on. What's even the point in being into fantasy if you can't have a tentacle monster? Am I right, fellas? Please, Mr. Dad Crit is my father's name calling. You're back. Everyone good to just hop back into another dungeon? Dance party, hell yeah. Here, welcome, Dolphin. Also, Khalil, you're already a pretty awesome red mage, but if you ever want any tips to help things flow better in the future, anything I'm happy to share with? Yeah, definitely, Mise. I haven't really done any actual looking into how to do it well. I just kind of have let my brain go crazy. Dolphin, that is gorgeous. Pull out your weapon. Let me. Is it the same one you had before? But oh my gosh, that outfit's beautiful. I mean, I'm a sucker for purple, so you got me there. Oh yeah, okay, it's similar, but still, yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous looking glam. Do you have a job quest you can do? You hit 40 in the dungeon. Ooh, fancy. Curious George goes to Wineport. I don't think we should get a monkey drunk, check. I think getting a monkey drunk might be... Is that a felony? Vera Holy go burr. But Vera Thunder is just so... It's just so much cooler to hit. Just send a friend request? Oh, sweet. Do we mind if we just do a quick swap so Dolphin and Shim can hop in? If anyone wants to just pop out of the group, so that we can get some more people to join in. You also have an option in your settings to auto-skip dungeon cutscenes. Oh, yes, there is, Spade. I usually have it off just so... Oh, ads are running. Gotta love it. Jim, what was your name again? I'm sorry, my brain hurt. Oh, everyone's gone. Okay. All right, is the ads over, dear? We're still going. All right. We back? Okay, good. Oh. And that's why I'm thinking of doing some YouTube streams, everyone. I know I posted it in Discord and you guys were favorable to the idea, but it's so ridiculous. The amount of ads they're forcing us to play now is crazy. You get those weird ads for food, it's just people crunching? Oh god. Still have to run with me, no one else helps in? Oh, definitely. I just want to join if you're still running by the time I get off of work an hour. Definitely me, say.
Oh, if you're doing dungeon runs, you could try to time it for every other dungeon.
I don't time them, dear. Twitch just plays them. Your friend Lofi is actually doing some YouTube streams now. Ooh, if you want to post their YouTube in the cool video section of the Discord, Mika, that'd be awesome. It's because you're subscribed, Persona. Someone gifted you a sub last time, so you haven't gotten any ads. Or did you? I can't remember if you got gifted a sub or not. So I have a bunch of people here and no one in chat's piping up, so I'm just gonna Just gonna invite. Good evening and good night, Taros Blackburn. That sounds like the best fantasy name ever. Welcome on in. How you doing? Head out the door right now, so I'll hopefully see you in an hour or so. Gonna work and listen to my car though. Oh, that's sweet, Fame. Well, thank you for stopping by. But how'd you find this little piece of the internet? Taros? Is Taros correct? Already loving Slime Rancher is just more the same, which is to say amazing. That's good. Which is killing itself. Yeah. That's like I said, that's why I'm a little bit interested in the concept of, you know, possibly doing some YouTube streams. Because I'm not forced to be exclusive. I just can't stream on both at the same time. So, it might be nice to try it out, see how it's going. I think it's pretty awesome. It is. Doing fairly chilly on a Friday night. Been poking YouTube. Oh, well, welcome on in. I'm glad you came over to a stream. You caught me on a nice chill night. We're just doing some leveling. Usually I do more of a, you know, progressing MSQ thing, but I felt rough work week. Get some lo-fi going. Get everyone nice and chill. Make sure we're all having a good time, you know? You must learn the warrior, Talale. Oh, I mean, I gotta let my rage out somewhere, right? I used to main tank back when I played World of Warcraft, until the last expansion where I switched over to Frost Mage. Are making, like, 4K new bucks every, like, 12... Oh, Slime Rancher. I was like, you're making $4,000? What? Can I have some? Been so busy with work that I've fallen behind in YouTube videos. That's alright. You know, the good thing about YouTube is they'll just stay there. This mix is fire, by the way. Like, I've not listened to this before. This is probably some of the best lo-fi I've listened to in a while. Wasn't already 1 a.m. here, I'd hop over from exhaust. Oh, 1 a.m. Goodness, you up late. Well, don't stay up too late on my account. You gotta make sure you're staying healthy, right? Or do stay up and hang out with me. You know, hey, I'm not your dad. Plenty of times where I've stayed up till 3 in the morning doing shit I shouldn't have. Who am I to judge? You know, it's 1:30 in the morning, my wife starts changing the light color downstairs, being like, dude, get in bed, what are you doing? How would a clown job even work? Does not compute, weak nose, spray water flower. Good night. Yo, Iron! Oh my gosh, welcome on in. Honey, could you shout out Iron? Exclamation point SO. And then, you got it? Okay, sweet. If you guys don't know, which would be crazy because I talk about them all the time, Iron is a fantastic streamer. They do a lot of RPG content, including Final Fantasy. So please check them out. He is absolutely stunning. Excalibur game? Hell yeah. Listen to much Oblivion today. I love Shiva's track so much. Oblivion, like Elder Scrolls Oblivion? I'm very glad they updated this dungeon, by the way. It used to be a nightmare. Speaking of tanks and rage, I may come off as kind of chill and sometimes a little energetic when my brain starts going burr. But playing Dark Knight turns me into a most deranged human being on the planet. Oh god! That's terrifying. not even a rage thing. You just have the power go through you. I mean, you're channeling the Dark Knight, channeling the Edge. You gotta let your inner Hot Topic out sometimes, you know? Be a limited job like Blue and have some more attacks than Demo in Toontown. Yeah, we need a Final Fantasy class that's Toontown. It'd be pretty great. Didn't pull larger when I played. Yeah, I don't know. I never know what's too much to pull when I'm doing dungeons. I don't want to put too much pressure on the healer. Drop your brain cells and stress out my friends with my antics. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have so many stories about that. My wife and I both play World of Warcraft back in the day, but so did her father and her brother and my best friend. So we had full 5-man parties. So whenever she was leveling tanking, I would just play DPS, run and aggro the whole thing and kill us all. Like every time. It was great. It was so good.
When I was playing healing, you guys would just go off and do the stupidest thing and laugh.
Oh, Oblivion Shiva's track. Gotcha, gotcha. Playing Outriders on my Steam Deck and watching your stream? Well, hey, I appreciate that. How is it? So I want to play Gunbreaker and Paladin, but Dark Knight makes me go feral. I mean, yeah, like I said, you're channeling your inner Hot Topic. Like, what else are you supposed to do? Very sick right now. This is the perfect stream to watch for it. You guys are being so sweet to me today. And I deserve it. Keep being sweet. Kind of hit a point where I'm like, yeah, that's enough when pulling, and then I die. I've done that before. Just pulled until I died. It sounds almost sexual in a way. Oh, do we... There we go. What's much to pull is enough when you say it's enough. Too much when the healer says it's too much. You know what? Fair. I see. The problem is I don't want to ever fuck with the healer because they are the most terrifying people in the game because they choose if you live or die. The boss will try to kill you. The healer will kill you. My healing did pretty well until there's no Darkhold. Healing for me is, I don't know if I'd ever be able to do it. Funkin' just wish there was more variety in the end game. I feel that. I feel like a lot of games end up doing really well early and then kind of, not shitting the bed, but doing a lot less than they could with the end game. I kind of felt like that with Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb was very promising for most of it, and then the ending, it just felt like, I don't know, it was too easy. You finished up your cult and there was nothing really to do besides just do the last boss and beat it. Which to say isn't bad, but if it styles itself as a roguelike, you kind of expect a little bit more from it, you know? If you just go by Batman rules, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. Fair. Yeah, just pull until the healer can't heal me. I see how it is. Yeah. Let's go. If I die, it's not your fault. It's chat's fault. Please make sure that in the first part, your team is always standing in the crystal light so I can... Where's the strike 300 friends hard now because of my Dark Knight antics? It's okay, I can take it. Then you activate Hard-Boiled Egg and go to 1 health. And I refuse to call it by its actual name ever, by the way, chat. It's Hard-Boiled Egg. Okay, apparently I can pull way more than I thought I could. Sorry, guys. I've had some healers that struggled with a couple packs. I didn't realize I had some fucking MLG pro gamers in here. Oh, someone said I can skip the cutscenes automatically. I like to have them set on for when I do extreme nights, because I like playing the extreme cutscenes. But then I always... It would just kind of be annoying for me to turn them on and off again every time. Also, I sometimes will go into a dungeon and pull a screen cap from like a movie in the game, like the intro or the boss cutscene, so that I can get a picture for a thumbnail. Can't get a feel for healing, it just stresses me out. Just a career monk? Hell yeah. I mean, hit thing, make fist, hurt face. Sounds pretty good to me. Time for soup for this headache? Does soup help headache? I might get crucified for this. I do not like soup. At all. And then you can say, Taleo, what about ramen? That's kind of soup. And to that I have to say, yes, but I'm a weeb, so it's okay. I feel there's a rhythm to it that once you have a feel for it, it's pretty fun. I'm terrible at rhythm games. Music is reminding me to recommend you listen to the Final Fantasy official remix album, Pulse. Ooh, yes, yes. Can you DM me that, Iron? One is probably the most brainless healer class to start, but Sages is the most fun. All right. Took a break for about 1.5 years, but after that I had like a level 70 Astrologian. Okay. Did you die? Sadly, yes, but I lived. Typically, when I'm testing a healer in public, I typically ask just how hard do you want me to do pulls. Okay. I cleared all ultimates in the current Savage tier. You can wall them. Okay, you know what, Mika? Got a fucking badass. Who am I to say anything, right? I like cream-based soups, but water-based ones are pretty mid. That's such a good point, Spade. I do like stews. Like, thick stews are good for me. Greetings, just gonna idle in chat right now as I level my non-battle jobs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Sovest. Glad you're hanging out. Did you see the meme you shared? Which one? Did you just do it, or? Oh. That's adorable. Oh, I love that. I love the little mouse symbol next to it. That's very sweet. Before we get started in the dungeon, I'm gonna go grab some water, guys. I'll be right back. By the way, who has 2 thumbs and ate almost an entire Domino's pizza for lunch? My wife got back from her acupuncture appointment, and she's like, oh, I got you a treat. And he handed me some Reese's peanut butter cups. And I went, oh, now I feel guilty for buying the Domino's. And I think I love my team more than a confident healer. Confident healer is what you need in this life. Or at least 8 hours to slow boil a proper stock. Ooh, okay. That sounds pretty good, honestly. When I do my ramen, I usually cook it for about 3 to 4 hours. I don't usually do more than that. Red, thank you. Hey, just to let you guys know, I've literally never figured out how to do the coral in this. My team always just does it for me. Slaya's wife should play It Takes Two and see the chaos. It does sound like fun, yeah. We bought it for PS4, and for some reason I can't get my capture card to really do anything well, so that's why I haven't done it. But yeah, I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun, honestly. For those of you, I mean, a lot of you probably weren't around, or if any of you were around before Final Fantasy, but my wife and I had a Pokemon Nuzlocke together on stream. By that, I mean, she sat next to me out of camera because she never wants to be on camera. There's a note in the first dead end that tells you which... Oh, okay. So it requires you to pay attention. That's why I don't know. You have a funny exchange with a friend reacting to me picking his Dark Knight for the first time. I mean, that just sounds terrifying, honestly. Yo, Zan! Oh my gosh, how you doing? How goes it? Honey, could you shout out Zan? You second It Takes Two? I mean, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'll have to look up how much it costs. It'll depend on the price to see if we can do it. Not like a Soul Link? Oh no, more like she was at my side and she was like playing it as commentator with me. The full Nuzlocke is up on my YouTube. The production quality is pretty shitty compared to what it is now. It was one of my early streams. But it was mostly just her hanging out with me and giving me tips, because I don't really ever play Pokemon, while she's played every game to ever exist, pretty much, minus a few side games. So she was like the angel on my shoulder trying to help me out. Doing good? Hell yeah. I don't know if I find a boom slime. That sounds quite cool. I don't have a joke. I'm sorry. I wish I did. Oh, we need to try to touch the switch and then the boss comes. That's right. We should do a Soul Link eventually. We should, yeah. I'm not very good at Pokemon. I don't know, like, typings, really, or much. Chilling and raiding? Hell yeah, Zan. Actually, the Nuzlocke I did a Pokemon Shield, and I did a random Nuzlocke, Wonder Trade. So the only Pokemon I kept was my starter, and then every other Pokemon I caught, I would Wonder Trade away. And I made sure to keep it, like, fair. I didn't get, like, a level 50. It had to be below the level cap at the next gym. My wife has good taste. My wife does have good taste. I mean, she picked me, right? Is your cat able to fill in the gaps Pokemon-wise? True, true. Back then I didn't really have much of a chat. I think I had like 6 viewers at the time, which were beautiful, great viewers, I might add. I got some of the best viewers. Did Soul Link randomizer with a friend once? It was chaotic? It sounds chaotic. Those of you who don't know, Lubell in chat's my wife. I'm assuming you do, but, you know, just in case. Wall to wall, you said. I shall oblige. Yeah, Nika actually is based, huh? Whole an entire room, and she's like, whatevs. Play through Nier Replicant for one of my friends that are really suffering through the emotional damage. I really want to try out Nier Replicant someday. Really, really do. I know it should be on sale soonish, and we'll see how much it costs then. I know for a fact I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core's remake this December when it comes out. Are both competitive Pokemon players aiming for World Champ? Really? Really? That's awesome, Misei. Become one with the suffering. Isn't that basically the entirety of Nier's story? Nier Automata, Nier Replicant, oh gosh, what's the Dragon Guard? It's pretty much all that. I switch jobs for the next dungeon? Yeah, totally. Did wall-to-wall healing for a tank in Tamtara once. That was fun. I don't know, healing is so stressful for me. I'm a big baby. Try to do a mix of what I love and what's good. That's fair. Playing in a gold slime, appear, split out 2 floors, then rocket into outer space? That's pretty crazy. just like it's supposed to do that, or it was a glitch and it just started flying. Honestly, I'm hoping it's a glitch because that'd be way funny. Savage version of this place has a dark undertone. Oh, Savage version? There's a Savage version of Dungeons? I thought there was just like a hard mode. So I've done the hard mode, and like the captain gets transformed into like into one of the octopus people, right? Drop it first, but just like anything else back to self. Oh, definitely. I will eventually do it 100%. I just need to stop being afraid of it. Do that sometimes. They can be fed. You just need to hit them to beat the ports out of them. Oh God! Abuse in my chat. The poor slimes. Basically the hard mode. Yes, gotcha. Okay. Nobody ever goes and saves the captured maidens in the side tunnels of the main hall anymore. There's captured maidens? Oh God. Who am I? What have I become that I'm not saving captured maidens? Oh God, there was more that was pulled. There was more that was pulled. Why is there more that was pulled? Sorry. I didn't notice. I don't expect healing to be like tanking your DPS in the side tunnels of the main hall anymore. Had a heal check and you were a barrier healer? Oh God. Absent-mindedly tab targeting? That's it. Now you're fired from stream. I'm sorry, that's just the rules. You accidentally tab target once in the dungeon. You guys don't know this, but apparently I'm a hard ass when it comes to that. My dark side coming out. Those mermaid type enemies. Oh no. Oh, that's sad. Oh. All right, so you said you wanted to change your... Oh, you already got that bar changed. Before I go to the next one, is everyone good to redo another dungeon, or does anyone else want to hop in? Because this group isn't set in stone. If anyone wants to play, we can move around a bit. I'm shining. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, Hazel, when was the last time you saw a Catboy shine? You guys have fairy tale based equipment in Final Fantasy? What do you mean by fairy tale? Like Grimm's fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel, that kind of stuff? Favorite Pokemon is Mawile and hasn't really been all the great Sword and Shield, but I made a team to support it. Which one's Mawile?
The big chompy guy in the back on top of the head.
I'm not sure if you heard her. I asked my wife what a Mawile is, and she said the big chompy guys on the back of the head, which isn't wrong. For reference, if you don't know, make sure there's no NSFW. This is what a Mawile looks like. So big chompy thing on the back of the head is a good description. My wife is just I'm the English major, but she's a master of words, you know? The catboy population of Balmung is non-existent. Well, I guess I gotta fix that, right? Alright, no one else in chat says they want to join in, so I'm gonna start up another duty.
You said duty.
Mawile, your beloved. I've had to make the ultimate paradoxical slime, the cat butterfly slime. It's too powerful. Every difference between knowing what words exist and what words to use. My wife's favorite word is thing. Which, it gets very hard to communicate. Oh, my tank sense isn't on. Communicate sometimes when she just says thing for most words. And she goes, you know what I mean? And I go, no, I'm sorry, honey. I really don't right now. Usually I can use context clues, but I really don't. Oh, we're getting degenerate up in here, eh, Persona? There you are. Oh, it's masculine. Ooh, sorry. Usually people redeem feminine, so I was just kind of going based on that, but you want a masculine one, I see. Hoping Mawile get some rights in Scarlet and Violet. I do hope. I will most likely be playing Scarlet on stream as well. Perhaps doing a Nuzlocke, if y'all are interested in that. Cannot type today? I can't type ever, so you're in good company. And most of my job is typing. Hey, I don't know if you know this, guys, but a lot of what I do for the state is paperwork. You ever wonder why things are so slow to work in the state? It's because there's about 1 million forms for everything that could use about 2 forms to accomplish it. It's great. I agree. Mega evolutions were a great idea. The Pokemon just does the thing where they scrap their ideas for the next generation, which is, I just never liked that idea. Like, they come up with cool ideas, get rid of it to be replaced by another idea, and then get rid of that. It just seems like a really sad process because you have all these interesting mechanics, and then what? True fuckboy fashion. Haha. Then what? You know? Favorite team you had in Diamond and it was nothing but shiny evolutions? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Sil. That's my dude. Actually, I don't think I've asked you your pronouns, Sil. Saying Hermes Conrad? I do not know what that means. Work harder, not smarter? Yeah, that's pretty much the state. And also, make the people under you do more work so you have to do less. That's also the state. They created a whole team to handle a part of the programs, and then made that team do other work and gave that work to us. Small complaints about Sword and Shield having what basically amounts to less than half a Pokedex. Yeah, fair. Although, to be honest, it didn't bother me all that much. But I'm less of a hardcore Pokemon fan than a lot of people. I know the Dex is pretty important to everyone. She, her, they, them. But I'm sorry for calling you dude. I didn't realize. I apologize. Usually I use dude interchangeably, but I know that people don't always like that. A Sprout and Sastasha? Exactly! And I'm level 18, can't you tell? How you doing, Swiffy? How goes your day? Watching a Pokemon D&D and it's some... Pokemon D&D? Like, are you playing as the Pokemon? Or are your classes using Pokemon? 3rd gen contest, the best feature, was sad they got changed. I've heard that like 3rd and 5th gen are people's like favorites. But asking if I completely forgot, thank you ADHD, very cool. Right? I love it when that happens. Weirdly enough, I always had a sneaking suspicion I had ADHD for most of my life, but I never was in therapy until about 1.5 years ago. And they're like, yeah, you have ADHD. So I'm actually on some non-steroid medication. What's it called? Guanfacine? It's not like Adderall. It's not like, it's not diet cocaine. Dude is gender neutral to me? Okay, good. I know some people don't see it that way, because I've said it before in the past and they've gotten, not upset, but they're like, hey man, that's not what I like to identify as, so. I always want to make sure people feel comfortable. Pokemon Mystery Dungeons equals Pokemon D&D. Good point. Yeah, good point. That is basically Pokemon D&D. Same on gender neutral, dude. Okay. I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes. I'm getting that Gary episode, the Squidward episode. I'm Squidward, you're Squidward, he's Squidward. Is there any other Squidwards we should know about? Meow. They tried Adderall with me. I did not have a good reaction to it. Ooh. Yeah, it's basically diet cocaine, right? I think it's something you immediately walk over and pass it on and immediately forget as soon as I open my mouth. Yep, that's a good point, honey. Our marriage is falling apart. Unfortunately, cat butterfly slimes are not that great. Aw. But they sound cute, though. There's a Pokemon TTRPG where you play as trainers. Officially licensed, or is it like a, you know, on the internet kind of thing? You do Tanuki. They have Tanukis. Hopefully they are anatomically correct, because I don't know. This might be a little TMI for y'all. Tanukis in Japanese folklore have massive balls. It's like their whole thing. Like they use them as like to like bounce on. Horrifying. What was that? Is that an anime here? Pompoko. Yeah, Studio Ghibli made an anime about giant bald tanukis called Pompoko.
They were called translations.
But modern time Final Fantasy games have mages use guns. Well, there's guns in Final Fantasy. So, I mean, Lightning had like a trick gun in Final Fantasy 13. First 3 days were amazing, the 4th day was not good. Ooh. Yucks. Not a fan. Yeah, I made certain to say I don't want Adderall. I want something that's non-stimulant. I want to make sure it doesn't, you know, fuck me up, kind of thing. Now, hey, tab target, I don't want to disown you again, you know? You skated by last time, somehow. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's my don't die button. Put that there. I should probably have it in quick access for myself. Put it there. They don't have giant balls, they have massive balls. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. Did you guys see that? There was a person in there. Oh, it was the captain. Jesus. It was the captain. Okay. My brain did not handle that. I thought it was a player for a second that somehow managed to glitch into our game. Tabletop Adventures or Tabletop United. Prozac was the absolute worst. I've never had Prozac before. You learned it in AI. They had a lot of stuff to say in that, didn't they, Iron? Wasn't there one character who got their power from the fact that seeing porn made them go into a near-death experience every time? Wasn't that? And there's one character that had like cuckoldry porn on their computer. I realized we lost our Lofi. There we go. I was wondering why it felt less chill. Let's chill hip-hop to study and relax too. think it's true that Tanuki's ball sack can stretch up to 10 square feet. Need to break these some snacks? Hell yeah, Mika. Hop on out. Mika, you were Hazel, I think. So we have a spot for a healer open if someone wants to pop in the dungeons with me. Occasionally when I hit something, I quietly scream, "This is for Dante." Asking to heal and eat chips? You're asking much at this point? Well, hey, what kind of chips, though? What kind of chips, though? You getting chips and dip? You getting some Ditos? You can heal? Okay. So anyone who wants to heal or DPS can hop in and play. There are two systems of Pokemon tabletop adventures, which some people want to. 3.5 D&D. Pokemon United is similar to 4E with some. Okay. I would say 5E is my favorite D&D system. Eating salt and vinegar chips with a chicken salad sit. Okay, that sounds actually really good, Pika. As long as there's no celery in the chicken salad. People putting celery in things need to stop. Alright, looks like no one else wants to pop in and join, so we're gonna start up a duty. Thank y'all for hanging out and doing this with me, by the way. He got bit by a snake and almost died the first time he saw a porn mag. Now he goes into super powered fight or flight whenever he sees one. Hell yeah. You hate celery in it? Based. Based, Mika. What is your favorite system? Because I like the complexity, but 5e is pretty great. I like 5e because of the lack of complexity. I like it being more focused on storytelling rather than rules lawyering. I'm surprised we aren't insta-queuing. We're just looking for a DPS. Oh, too soon? Celery is nutritious for a growing boy. Get out of here, Mira! Get out of here! You come into my stream and bring celery into this? I'll expose you live on the internet to 28 people watching me currently. For those of you who don't know, Mira is my cousin, and she eats mayonnaise with everything. She also used to eat Oreos with ketchup. So, there. Come in my chat. Wait, what? This is Ifrit? Oh, hello, Ifrit. I didn't even know we could do these. This is a Pokemon event where we fight with a legendary Pokemon. Be very fun. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting, honestly. There are like a lot of loopholes to exploit. It does. There's a lot of things we can do with that. There's a lot more options in 3.5. Funny thing is they stopped supporting Tabletop United and have been playtesting something really new. Okay. Sounds kind of cool. Star 11 cousin and I do in chocolate chip cookies with ketchup. She lives off chips and dip as well. Whenever she comes over to visit, I make sure to have the most amount of chips and dip I possibly can. I know she loves it. What's poppin', y'all? We are doing some nice chill dungeon and I guess trialing. How's it going, Kev? Look, guys, I'm not clicking the abilities. I'm hitting the 1 and 2 keys. Are you proud of me? Going well? Hell yeah. That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm deciding to do a little bit of leveling on my tank. I'm level 42 warrior right now. The first 3 trials in 4-man, so there are options for leveling. Oh, gotcha. Makes a lot of sense. I have not, Shim. Oh, this is a little bit too plinky for me, I think. Oh, Cutter's Cry. I haven't done this one in forever. If I get lost, forgive me. Oh, I don't have my tank stance on. I'm sorry, guys. How rude of me. Lil Nas, X-Star Walking, Be Nice Chill Music. I've actually never listened to a Lil Nas song. I've also never done a dungeon where I've had my actual bar available. Is there a spot we need to go down somewhere? I need to kill this? Oh, I have to kill this. Okay. They have very little at the moment, so I recommend waiting a few months to get a better picture of it. Okay. The future of D&D. There we go. You must return to the shifting sands. Rock dookies and honey butterflies. Honey butterflies does sound pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Is the music okay volume, guys? I'm not sure if this one's louder than the last one. Oh, it's overpowering me? Good, thank you for letting me know. Hopefully that should be better. The last song just had like a lower volume quality, it seems. I was trying to go from leveling a non-combat class to a level 90 combat class. Yeah, I imagine it's a little bit of a disparity there. Hey, you, why aren't you targeting me? I'm the one you should be angry at here. Oh, I guess she didn't ask, how are you with me pulling? I don't want to pull too much for you. I was playing with Mika for a while. She was very happy for me to pull wall to wall. It seems I have to pay a little bit more attention to this dungeon. Good to know. I live. Oh, it was the bomb. Oh. Posted the song in cool bit. Thanks. Nothing Sprout healers immediately throw a heal on me before I do that. Fall down, go boom. Excuse me. I'm a sleepy boy. I actually had a nap before going to stream today. I got out of work and I pretty much just sat down and took a nap. We going this way? Princess. You think she'll marry me, guys? We'll have a bunch of half ant, half human offspring? It'll be horrifying. Back with cooking dinner? Hey, Zach. How goes it? What'd you get for dinner? Am I tanking? Well, my healer just died, so not well. coming down to me, Marshall? Or Marshall Mathers over here? Ooh. Just completely disappeared. Actually, I don't know if this looks actually going to be better for me or not. It is. Ooh. Ooh-woo, even. Finally hit a dungeon where I could actually get some gear improvements. Healer was stupid, he stood in a bomb and died. Oh, don't you talk about the healer that way. Show some respect. Phasing back in some 4E mechanics. Interesting. I know that 4E was a lot of, like, tactical combat. I never played it myself. I've only played 3.5 and 5.0, I guess. So I never actually experienced 4E's content. Jasmine rice, broccoli, and mackerel. If I liked fish, that would be delicious sounding. Unfortunately, I'm a big baby who doesn't like fish, who goes, ew, that's gross. I don't like fish. You know, exactly like that every time. Luckily, my wife and I are of the same mind and don't like fish. Pop all your defensive cooldowns! Worry was nice in terms of balance, but many people just like because it's more like an MMO than a tabletop. Yeah, I heard that. It was a lot of, like, actual tactical gameplay rather than story. The fights could last for hours and hours and hours. Which isn't bad, it's just not what D&D was. It just made me almost puke each time I smell it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of seafood. With seafood, I eat it. Yeah, absolutely no seafood for me. I'm a big old baby. No lobster, no shellfish, no clams, no nothing. You'll find that I'm a very picky eater. It comes from being abused emotionally as a child. I didn't say that, what? Oh god, where'd it go? Oh god, it's coming from my butt! It did come, it came right from my butt. That's rude. Every time I take this dungeon, something cursed happens. First time was during the recent server crashes. You know, somewhere survived. We did it again and one GPS disconnected. Oh god. Ah, so that's the old blame the DM tactic. I see. You've learned well, Padawan. Oh, I'm getting sucked. I'll turn the music up a little bit. Wasn't last so long. Oh yeah, they had a VTT to automate most of that. They planned before the dev. Oh gosh, that's really depressing to hear. Holy moly! First one was Pathfinder, then one game at 4th edition, then mixed 3.5. But how is Pathfinder? I heard like it's 3.5 with a lot more added to it. I played the Pathfinder Kingmaker game and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, which were both excellent, by the way. If you're into old-style RPGs like Baldur's Gate, Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, and Pathfinder Kingmaker are both excellent games. Okay, this is what I was looking for in a song right now. Ooh, you know what would probably be a good playlist to listen to would be some lo-fi Nier songs. Nier's soundtrack is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, this is not where I'm supposed to be going. Sorry, guys. I think I've actually only ever done this dungeon like 3 times since I played this game. New songs are good. New songs are very good. Some might say. 500's a nice system. A game where we finished an adventure track about 1 year ago. Ooh! So actually finished an adventure? Is that even allowed? Is that legal? Pretty sure finishing an adventure is something that doesn't actually happen in the real world. Pretty sure. Okay, I think that might prove that we're in a simulation. This is a lo-fi remix of an already lo-fi song. Double lo-fi. The lo-fi is too powerful. Took a few years. Well, hey, I'm glad that you got to play a game for a few years. I sadly have never had a long-running D&D game. Unfortunately, I was the forever DM, forced to DM, and then a lot of people would start playing and then stop playing and never play again. So I've only ever had D&D last for I think at most like 6 sessions. How would a Nightcore or Nightsword even sound? Oh god. Like a chibi anime girl, I guess. I don't... Blue means go out, red means go in. I remember. Be even faster and louder. Playing Drunken Master was hilarious, especially when the otherwise all non-human party decides to shut the only human party member. Oh god. Is there an ad somewhere? What's cacophony? Oh, is that ball chasing her? Oh, okay. I really dislike how they sometimes show things on the side as if they were a mob, because it just makes me feel like there's something I need to be targeting. It'd be nice having you as a DM to be so chill and fun. Probably. I mean, everyone seemed to like when I DM'd. I don't know. It's just none of them were really into the idea of doing D&D really in the first place. They just did it because they liked me. Her group's the same. We all hated DMing, so campaigns never lasted long. I didn't hate DMing. I just never felt like I was good at it. I got very self-conscious. Not D&D, but your guild leader from Guild Wars 2 has invited me to his Pathfinder Savage Worlds. Oh gosh. That sounds really fun, honestly, Sylvester. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to commentate. That person should have gotten 3 commendations. We good to run another? You guys need to do a bathroom break? Anyone else want to join? We have an open slot. I had a 2-year campaign that was pretty great. Oh, that's awesome. What did you play, Shim? Commentate has the same style as Conversate. You'd best be conversating. You'd have, unfortunately, no problem. Oh, thank you for coming along. Don't worry. I'm glad to have you. Moving the mountains of Colorado to the beaches of Oregon. And now I'm the DM. Oh, you're the DM. Ooh la la. Where's my hug emote? I don't have my hug emote, my war hero. Oh god. There we go. Alright, so we have a full party pretty much open. We have a healer and a DPS spot. Anyone feel like joining in? Or not taking my turn as a GM and being secret keeper for a Call of Cthulhu game. Ooh. A little bit of Eldritch action. Running through the horror of the Orient Express with pulp rules. That's awesome. What's that sound? It's this person doing this discordant noise. You can heal if needed? Yeah, definitely, Shem. I'd love to have you along. What's your name in game? There's an option inside something that says specifically turn off bot performances. Oh, I don't want to do that, Otter. There's been some really, really cool things I've just stumbled upon. Like one time I was in, was it Gridania? I think it was Gridania, and there was just a whole troop of Lalafels playing music by the 8th Rite. It was adorable. Oh, already in party. Okay, yeah, I thought you were in, but you can feel. I meant new people. You can heal if need. Gotcha. My brain didn't work very well there, Shim. I apologize. I wish I could nickname you. You people. I wish I could nickname you people. Oh, what's this? I don't think I've ever tanked this one. Oh, I have all caps on. I hear the ad's over, Dina. Oh. So now that the ads are done, I can talk to y'all again. It's absolutely wild how many ads they force us to play. Oh, Otter, I didn't realize you weren't following me. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Well, know that before I did the run of Oracle's War, Eberron Adventure Path was... Oh wow, 1 to 20. That's a full campaign there. Holy moly. I like to be able to do a proper stunt table talking to friends and having props around to enhance the game. Props are a very fun idea. Back again for the second time? Hell yeah. Welcome back. Welcome home, adventurer. Ooh, you know what would be really cool? Is if I ever get to fully decorate my room, decorate it as like an inn keep from a fantasy story. Like that'd be a really neat idea. Remember healing potions putting red dye resin in flasks? I died. Did I do something wrong there? Was I just not doing... I used mitigation and stuff. Did I pulled too hard, I'm guessing? Yeah, it might be a cool idea for me to do a sort of theme to my room for streaming. Usual's infamous for tanks over pulling. Good to know. Good to know. I'll pull less. I want to reach a point where the first core collection of a new batch of slimes already pay off all the money. Oh, nice. Buddy, are you supposed to be pointing at the wall there? I feel like you aren't going to be hitting much at that point. Fire breathed us. So rude. I'll just pull room at a time. That sounds healthy. My team does not seem to like the idea of me pulling a room at a time. Gotcha. Well, if I die, this is certainly not my fault. I will say. I was just picking it. I know combined slimes are easy farm food. So it really is, it's like an expansion pack, or does it feel like a whole new game? Okay, I guess. Is there something that I'm not doing? I'm losing aggro so quick with things. The other two keep pulling. I still feel like it's my fault because I'm the tank, but I also know it's not my fault. It's that tank kill. Okay, well, gotta go with them to. It's a boss. I'm not pulling these mobs into the boss. If you want to go and pull the boss and die, that's your prerogative. This poor healer. Unless the healer's the one pulling. And then I don't know what to say. Anxiety as a tank may understand that all too well. I feel like the healer is the glue that keeps everything together, and I am the main body, while the DPS are the arms. So I have to, stay together. I have to make sure everything's going well. And when my arms are flying off the handle and I can't control them, that's terrifying. New game, a lot of the oldest slimes are returning, but they overhaul a lot of systems. Okay, that's good. Tornadoes? In my Final Fantasy? They ran into that on purpose, I bet. That looks like that was on purpose. You pull it, you tank it? No, but I'm too much of a bleeding heart. You guys know me. Do you even know me? SH tanks are simply the Toxicon giver. I don't know what that means. Oh god. Dodge the tornadoes. Skills to pay the bills. That's me. That's my new saying, chat. Skills to pay the bills. Anything long enough and your bleeding heart will eventually staunch. I don't know. I've worked in public service for years. My bleeding heart hasn't staunched. I've seen some fucked up shit. I had to clean up after a 7-day heroin binge. I think I can handle... I think I can handle people being a little shitty in dungeons. I give you your increasing diagnosis, you give me toxin stacks. Like any I'm about to just say fuck it. The minute I get up and get food, you get a dungeon that isn't Sastasha. Yeah, right? I need you back. This healer can't heal me, and the DPS are pulling. I miss you. It's your fault always? Okay, Barnsey. How you doing, dude? Honey, can you shout out Farnsey? You know him. You love him. He's the chatter that matters. He's my good friend, my lovely boy, fellow streamer, and all-around great dude, Farnsey. Please go give him a follow. Also, I didn't pull these. Range limit break? I mean, hey, if it worked, it worked. It's the same thing, they give you a shield, and when the shield breaks, it gives them a resource to do more damage. Oh, okay, that makes so much more sense. You're getting yelled at, Pog? I don't know if yelled at's correct. Yelled for? Sorry, friend? Well, hey, at least they're sorry. A lot of people wall to wall, I just let the tank do whatever. I tried doing wall to wall, but the healer can't keep up and the DPS keep pulling. By pop, no see, I did. Okay, excuse me, I did pop cooldown. My reprisal was literally on cooldown, and so is my rampart. You know what? Let it be. Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. Even though they're completely wrong, and they're blaming me for what they did, that's fine. Did they pull the boss while I was dead? They've done a lot of things this dungeon. They've used and abused me. Range castle and a break in the last trash pack is a valid strat. Yeah, I imagine. Why is arm's length good? Why is arm's length good, Kovu? Isn't it just I nullify knockbacks? Or am I going crazy? You've returned. Welcome, Fane. Welcome back, welcome back. While kind of sketching core dungeons since the resources are at lower levels to be iffy. That's fair. I don't mind, it's just weird that they decide to blame me for them not healing me correctly. Yo, Swifter, how you doing? Arms length is really good in big pulls. I guess I'll use it more often then. It inflicts slow. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm just working off the red mage idea of using it to block knockbacks. I didn't even think about for slowing effect. Well, how goes it, Swifter? Honestly, no, I'll give him a commendation anyway. I am a big baby. Me also Sprout learning someone getting mad at 41 Dungeons is cringe. It is pretty cringe. Oh, it slows their attack speed? I thought it just slowed their movement. Oh, okay. Good. Okay, that makes so much sense. You and find your friends have dragged me into Valorant and Genshin? Oh no! That does sound like pain. You enabled the stage to be a shitter with that calm, bruh. That's me. Heavy is slow movement. Slow is the worst debuff in the game. Such slow GCD. Oh no. Calobrin. Is that correct, Calobrin? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Oh, that's where my confusion is. Heavy is movement speed. Gotcha. So, Fane, you're coming in to join? You realize you're so small, a little guy? For those of you who haven't heard the story, I actually didn't make this character. My wife did. She said, hey, can I make your character for you? And I said, sure, honey, that sounds great. Oh, is that you, Fane? Oh, yep, it has your name. Send friend request and invite to party. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my wife made this character. 2 healers, oh god. Do I need to be healed that much? So when she made it, she set my height slider all the way to minimum. So what she's basically telling me is she wants a Twinkie cat boy for a husband. And I am not that. People already modding Pokemon, really? I'm surprised that mods could even happen without Nintendo literally killing them. You can see Endwalker armor. Ooh. That honestly looks like some WoW armor. That's actually really cool looking. I love the horns. Also, hello Tulo, your video clips have been all over my YouTube for a while. I've been enjoying it all. Oh, thank you, Callow. That's so sweet. Welcome on in. Wow, that's so sweet of you. Hate to say it, but Genshin has been alright. These first hours, Dad, I'll play it forever though. That game is a trap. That game is a trap. Oh, did a great job. I agree. This kitty cat is beautiful. I need gear. Yeah, don't have the best gear. I do have some upgrades though. Typically Genshin. Oh no. 2 a.m. rolls around, it's time to retire. Good luck. Thank you so much for hanging out. I don't know if you're already followed, Blackburn. I think you are, but if you're not, and anyone else in chat who's not followed, be sure to follow. That way you can see when I go live. And if you're not already in the Discord, click that link. We have an awesome Discord community. We share our pets, we share Final Fantasy pictures, we have great discussions. Half of them are blacked out by bars, so I don't get spoiled. And given how popular Graha is, people definitely want Twinkie Cat Boys. I'm saying. Gear is about 10 levels lower than the last dungeon. That might be affect survivability. Oh. Okay. Give you 5 minutes, I'll get you set up. Will you buy me some duds, Mika? Friends started playing Genshin last month. Rip, he'll be dearly missed. Salutes in chat, 07s. Oh, there's RPers in chat? I didn't notice. I can make you some stuff right now if you want. I'm an Omnicrafter. Fancy, Fane. I don't know. Mika says she's doing something. I don't know what. Played Legends of Breath of the Wild for 10K hours. Holy moly, Swift. How'd you, first of all, how'd you find the time? Second of all, what'd you do with that time? Oh my gosh. Hello, finally get to catch a stream. Hello. Is it COVID in? I meant that's a little bit close to COVID. I imagine, imagine that must suck. But welcome on in. I'm glad you got to catch a stream. How you doing? Imagine half of us are Omnicrafters who could throw something together for you. I'll just be a hodgepodge of crafted gear. Get your own gear, you bum. Why? I can exploit my stream for profit. Isn't that what being a streamer is all about? Maybe stretch? Thank you, Zach. Oh. Yes, COVID in? Well, sweet. I'm glad you came on over. Oh. We're just doing a nice chill stream today. Leveling up my warrior. I wanted to have a calm, relaxing, chill out day after the end of a week of crazy work. Fix that posture? No, I'm a gamer goblin. It's gonna be hunched over like this all day. Got your warrior to 90 yesterday? Fancy! Loving a 61 samurai. How are you enjoying samurai? Samurai always felt a little bit, I don't know, clunky to me when I was leveling it, but I didn't get it too high up. So, I'll make you some gloves right now. Those are your lowest. Oh, hello. Apparently I've already been gifted a whole set of armor. I appreciate it though, Vane. Well, they're fast. Mika is powerful. Mika's too powerful. Oh, I have, that's the same axe that, oh gosh, what's his name? He's one of the guards that chose to become a warrior of light in Nordrun. Oh, he was like a Rodigan guy. I can't remember his name, but it's the same axe that he uses. I just edited a video with him today. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna queue up. We need a healer. We have 2 tanks and 2 DPS right now. I 100% the game and good into speedrun. Oh, you did some speedrunning. That's awesome. Playing your second playthrough of Persona 5 Scramble on hard mode. That sounds terrifying. Was just showing off your axe? Oh, I don't think I saw it. Oh no. I'll work on crafting one of everything for my crafting logs, making surprises. Heck yeah! I'll do crafting eventually, Shim. Fixed posture, and what is wrong with my sitting on my desk chair with my back bent like a shrimp? Oh my god, my wife has some of the worst posture ever when it comes to sitting down in a chair. She'll basically be curled up in a ball in the chair. It's cute and adorable until she breaks the chair. Why did it zoom me in? People were roasting me for not having my camera zoomed out, and I usually do, but for some reason it'll just randomly start to zoom me in. All of you are enablers. Good for me. Works for me. It's okay to sometimes feel like you're a piece of paper going into a shredder. I oftentimes feel like a container of Pop Rocks that's been put into a can of soda. If that's a good visual imagery for you. Or you took the warrior set? Thank you so much, Mika. I thought Toxic said you want anyone saying about Taleil's gear. I'll protect him, ooh woo. Remember the Omnicrafters can also repair your gear for you now? Yes, I think I gave Shine 1 million gold when I was drunk. We were doing, I think it was Sosex, and I got very drunk, and she started repairing stuff in the dungeon, and she repaired mine, and I just gave her 1 million gil. Which, you know, I only have 240,000 now. The Shine's my beautiful VIP. I only started Final Fantasy since July 10th, and I already have 4 jobs max level? Damn! That's impressive, Covidin. Holy moly. Which one are you enjoying the most? I know Red Mage is mine. But that's a lot to get done. That's really impressive. I started, it was November, so almost a year ago, and I'm not even at Endwalker yet. Granted, I only play when I stream. So there's that. And then I use arm's length to slow people who are attacking me. Look, I'm learning. Are you proud of me? Dads and moms in chat? I'm not calling you dads and moms ever again. Just letting you know. I'm the only dad here. And if anyone who says daddy to Lael, you're fired from being a chat member. I go where I'm not supposed to. I pulled more than I was supposed to, guys. Sorry. Need to do drug trials with Taleil, apparently. Alright. Just get me drunk and I'll give you all my gil. You're home? Welcome home. Gotta eat, I can hop on and join you if I have space. Yeah, we'll do some rotating out. Where am I fucking going? There I am. Streamer can barely multitask. He has to navigate the dungeon and tank and talk to chat. Ugh. What does he have? A brain to think with? I think not. Join Gunbreaker and Dark Knight. Reaper's pretty at 90. Awesome! So you main tanks then. That's really cool. I've been wanting to try Reaper out. Everyone says it's very fun. After my Samurai, I'm gonna level 54 Dragoon. Let's see. Just make sure to backflip into things for me. Backflip, jump, do all the fun stuff so that you die. Makes me feel better about me doing it on my Red Mage. I have 2 job quests to do now. Cool at higher levels. So does it suffer the same thing Red Mage does? Where it just feels like you're useless until you get to like the next expansion worth of content. Because until you get your res, being a Red Mage just feels like shit. I get the first part of my warrior set? Fancy! Do I get it from doing the job quest, I think? I haven't done a job quest in so long. It's hard to remember. You can drop it so someone can join. I've been party the longest. I appreciate that, Shim. Got some real character. Got some real character in here. Besides, I'm leveling my monk, which is level 33. How many side pieces you got? Oh, and by the way, Covidin, can I have your pronouns? I realize that sometimes when a lot of people come in, I always forget to ask, and that's on me. So I want to make sure that I don't misgender people. You don't feel useless, but there is less oomph to your rotation? Okay. Better than Red Mage, then. Red Mage, when I'm not being able to res or use my melee combo, Well, I can use the melee combo, but I don't get the full potency with the empowered abilities. It just feels kind of like hollow. Gets you pad, gloves, pants, and boots, and you'll get the coat level 50. Oh, nice. That's cool. Arm's length, slow attack speed, which I now know is a thing. I wish I'd know sooner. One level warrior, just so I can copy Arbert's look. I mean, fair, Arbert is pretty flat. I did a complete 180 on Arbert. I was calling him the warrior of fartness for the longest time, saying he was a generic character. Little did I know that Shadowbringers would make me love him. He, him? Hell yeah. Feels bad when you don't have the full combo. I feel that. I was bothering they don't give you the chest piece so it's obsolete with glamour, I guess. That's fair. I mean, pretty much in an MMO, things become obsolete very quick. Don't know if you said this before, I really appreciate how you ask people their pronouns. It's just a decent thing to do, you know? I want to make sure everyone feels comfortable. I know it's a very dark place right now, especially for people who don't identify as, you know, cis. So, I really want to make sure everyone feels like they're safe. Because even though I'm, you know, a cis white guy, it doesn't mean that I get to just rest on my laurels, you know? I have to make sure at least people feel comfortable. Dark Knight used to not get his second AoE until 72? Well, Dark Knight yet is one of the best class stories. I have not covered it. It's one of them I want to get into. I just felt really cool about being a warrior for my first tank cut level. I say first tank, technically I have like a level 40-something paladin, but it's not very fun to play.
Whoa, you just got sucked!
Stacking the Dark Knight quest, they're super good. I'll have to do them then. You guys are giving such a good rep on stream. Counting gets very fun at 80. I've heard that. I've heard that it gets very good later on. Don't feel bad about not. Don't feel bad about not knowing the arm's length thing. I didn't know it slowed enemy attacks until put in Dark Knight. Yeah, that's fair. And ads are running. Cool. God, I love Twitch. Best set of job quests in the game, really. I enjoyed Red Mage quite a bit. Granted, I'm a Catboy simp, so that's probably why. And also, Ali says Red Mage. Oh, wait, I said the S word. I can't say that on the stream. I'm gonna get canceled. I think, honestly, Dragoon has the best story from 30 to 50 strictly because it introduces you to character. Estinian, right? They're your mentor. I did hear that from someone back a while ago. Didn't enjoy Shadowbringer. Didn't enjoy Paladin until Shadowbringers. That makes sense. Hey guys, I'm pulling so I don't need to again. Just AFK looking at chat. There it is. Of the Sage quest? I definitely do want to do a healer at some point. I want to overcome my fear of healing. Thank you, Dave. It's basically Warrior of Light therapy quest line. Warrior of Light needs some therapy, I will say. A lot of darkness has happened in Shadowbringers, ironically. Warrior darkness, dark quest lines. Everything is nice, but Dark Knight is on another level. Okay. Trying to be vague not to spoil. Unfortunately, it was spoiled for me already. I guess for other people in chat. Oh, yeah. Oopsie. Streamer didn't oopsie dumb. Hee. Oh, another Make Me Stretcher game? Thank you. I wish you guys could hear how much my bones crack, so you guys could understand the life I lead. Oh, Reaper are fun because the villain is like incredibly horny. Oh no! So horny they're evil, or so evil they're horny. Depending on Christianity, so evil, so horny they're evil is a thing. So. Darknet quests were written by the writer of Shadowbringers MSQ. Oh, okay. Well, hey, that makes sense why they're good. Was Ishikawa, the woman of the hour who wrote Shadowbringers? I know she writes a lot of the story, or like the lead developer on it. Jubas's whole time out erotically gushes about wanting to kill/eat you. I mean, they offer it. Like, how's a man to say no, you know? $5060 is also really liked because it's not the Dragoon blood. Heretics of Lady Iceheart. Oh, that's really cool. I mean, to be fair, it's really good anytime I see Lady Iceheart. Sure, the Doma portion of Stormblood and all of Shadowbringers and Walker, the Crystal Power Raid. Oh yeah, so she's the best writer in the world. 100% the best writer. Ishikawa, the god among humans. Twitch chat broken your phone, so I'm here on my laptop. Welcome in to the laptop. No! Also the rogue quests in Walker. I had so many comments on the whole Dark Knight thing and just never got to send. Oh no, it's very sad. No! Yo, baby! Purple's in, blue's out, yeah. You're gonna do Bostia? I don't know if Bostia is that one of the ones where you have to like grind it. Cause that's a maybe. Like Eureka. Purple's in, blue is out, yes. I should have run out. Reasons A and B why I end up soloing this boss during your recent run. Fair, honestly. Wait, don't worry, guys. Oh, I don't have a limit break on my bar. I was gonna limit break to the tank limit break out as a joke, but well, I wasn't prepared for the joke. Baja, I'd say it's better than Eureka. That's the one that goes into Gaius's path, right? What am I doing? Is it traits? No. Roll? No. Where's Limit Break? Ah, then. I'm too dumb to see. In the grinding aspect, I've gotten about halfway through boss. You only spent a few days on it. That's a trial series. Where am I in the story? I just finished 5.3. The blue out skills from the boss and actually popular blue spell for... Oh, okay. Boss is both a new thing and follow-up to the Shadowbringers Alliance raids. Okay, thank you. I think someone in chat wanted to play, right? Was it... Who was it that wanted to play? Oh, you have the axe out. Yo, that's fancy. I like that. And we got a spooky scythe. I thought those were teeth for a second, and I was very disturbed. But no, they're just runes. It looks like no one in chat is speaking up that they want to play. Okay. Yep. No one else wants to hop in and play, so I'll invite you back. Oh, you'll play Swifter? I think Shim, you've been the longest, right? If you want to hop out. And Swifter, what's your naming game? Gonna go ahead and head out. Got a coordinator soon. Take care. Definitely so, Vest. Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, never mind. I guess Mika doesn't want to play more, so that's fine. Sorry I play by mistake right now. I definitely won't have the energy to do. Iron. How could you? You know that me, as a friend, expect you to be at my beck and call at all times. Come on. You're being pulled to Stinky Crystal. What's the next class I'm gonna play? Oh, I don't have any idea what I'm gonna play next. This warrior is my next. So I'm not certain. But, I don't know, probably either a healer or a ranged DPS. I was thinking maybe Machinist or Bard. But I don't know. Oh, whoa. Damn, that Gunbreaker outfit, though. Hey there, Leon. Sexy boy. Or Squall. Damn it, Kingdom Hearts. Kaleo's disappointed in me. Only always hired. Machines gets memed on a lot, but honestly, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I heard there's a lot of people memeing on it. Saying like it's a shitty class. War's your favorite tank? Well, I'm glad I'm leveling it then, huh? Oh, it's a relic you get from Bosja. That's pretty cool. Went through a bunch of dungeons in a row that weren't low level. And then back again to the level 17s. shiny complaint over. So, I don't know what it is, but my alerts aren't working, so I'm thinking of doing new ones through a different service rather than Streamlabs. Just realized the whole party's... Oh wait, we're all cats? Hard to tell with this bunny hood on. That's so cute! It's a kitty party. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing some new alerts, and I was thinking we might pitch some ideas in the Discord of what we want the sounds to be. Because I feel like the Ed and Eddie ones are funny, but they're a little bit disruptive. Especially when, you know, we're in the middle of the Hades cutscene, and we're being, like, emotionally destroyed, and then someone, you know, follows, and... What is that, Ralph? So I was thinking about maybe doing some just sound alerts that are just, like, a noise. So I was thinking about maybe we could pitch some together in the Discord for what we might want to do. We play machines that usually end up second to tanks on aggro just from how fast-paced. The funny thing about Machine is to put it in the meme chat and Discord. Okay, sweet. I'll check it out. I'm busy right now, Iron. I'm playing the game that you didn't want to play with me. And that's 3. That's 3 times I made fun of myself actually being upset anymore, and it starts sounding real. I think that's a good metric. Is you can poke fun at your friend only so many times until they start going, hey. Oh yeah, thank you for doing the exclamation point Discord. Anyone who isn't joining the Discord, I highly recommend it. We're pretty cool cats over there. Get it? Because we're all cats? Oh, Talale, you're so funny. Made Talale upset at me. Actually is the best way to see when I'm going live. I usually announce on my YouTube as well, but my Discord, I have a stream schedule section where I'll say, you know, when I'll be going live, and then whenever I actually go live, ooh woo, it puts out an alert. Shafro Foss, thank you for the subscription. Oh my gosh. I appreciate it. I don't think I've heard you talk in chat before. Well, welcome on in. If you've been here for a while, thank you for subbing. I really appreciate that. Sorry there's no alert. Here, I'll give you a good alert. Ooh, woo, thank you so much for the subscription, yeah? Is that what you people want? Is that good? Did I do the internet well? Finally caught up with the VODs I can watch live now? Oh, that's so sweet! Welcome on in! If you don't know, I have a VODs channel as well. If you feel like you want to catch up on older content, there's the edited stuff on my YouTube, but we also have full VODs that I upload right as they come out. So if you do that, it's just Talale VODs. Well, welcome on in. I'm glad that you, I guess finally got up. No story today, we're just doing some nice chill dungeons. Speaking of chill, my Lofi ended. How long have you been playing Final Fantasy? And is it okay if I call you Shafro? What would you prefer for me to call you? No, no, how dare you put Loki on here? I will not listen to Loki. I'm gonna listen to Iron's Final Fantasy Remix album. Oh my god, this is not on YouTube. Turn that down. Sounds like it's pretty loud still. Let me know if the volume of music is too loud or too quiet, guys. Chaperone's good? Hell yeah. Odd. That bunny face is oddly disconcerting. Finally seen it around... So it's around 7. Oh! Been playing 14 since 5.4. Interesting. That's actually really cool you've been playing Final Fantasy for that long. Although you're pretty new to it, kind of similar to me. I joined right when Endwalker released, I think. Ooh, Sonic Adventures 2 has some bangers. Is the music volume okay, guys? Is it too quiet? You can't drag them? Oh, I'm sorry. They got it over there. They're fine. Finish eating. If anyone leaves, I can join, but no pressure or anything. No problem, he's sick. Right. On to the boss that used to be the worst in the game, and now it's actually kind of cool. Touch lower? Okay, thank you, honey. Just wait, Monk can't get tea kettles as weapons? Wait, Monk has tea kettles as weapons? That's adorable. Hop out to this about the time I get food anyways. Oh, definitely. Make sure you eat. Ew, it's splatted everywhere. What is this, Splatoon? Yuck. I myself have the remainder of a barbecue chicken pizza to eat. Moogle Red Mage weapon is nice. I've seen it is pretty nice. Although what I really want is to upgrade to the deluxe edition to get the Chocobo. Excuse me, the Chocobo weapon. Yo, Nash, how you doing, dude? How goes your day? If you do the normal relic quest completion, you can get monk kettles. That's really cute. I love that. That's right. I pull like this and live on the edge. Hey, I just trust Fane. Want to be the first to talk? Oh, we've been talking a bunch. Don't worry. It's just you are, I guess, the stream brand new open. We've been having a whole conversation all day, Nash. We've actually been talking about how cool you are. Hey, let's go murder a slave revolt, right, guys? Never again is what you swore the time before. literally interchange between two streamers, so I'm gonna just stay here for a while and dip. Well, I appreciate that I am with your time, Zach. Oh, I'm gonna try so hard to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I get it wrong. Axenaru? Hopefully that's correct. Welcome on in. First time seeing the stream live, been watching YouTube vids. I see you're leveling the overpowered class. Is it overpowered? Well, hey, I chose right then, huh? Welcome on in. I'm glad you found me over on YouTube and found your little old way over here. Can't stay long enough to go back to work in 6 minutes. Just want to stop by and show some love. I appreciate that, Nash. Oh, that's so sweet. Hope you're enjoying your job. You're back at Walmart, right? Need to try to tank sometime. Torn between Warrior and Dark Knight. Chat was gushing over Dark Knight, so I'd say try that. But how long have you been playing Final Fantasy? Is it... I really hope I pronounced it right. Is Axe okay for me to call you? Your feet hurt? Oh. Oh, you did, Switcher, yeah. I'm just always happy to see people come on over from YouTube. Twitch chat's broken for me, but there's always any openings I can join. I don't... Okay. 1 second about joining. Mise is joining currently. Is that you in chat, Mise? Alyssa Tell? I don't know if that's you. Sunbreaker's best tank? Okay. I mean, some discourse there, but okay, I can see you. Warrior's AoE ability is called Overpower. Okay, you are Mise. Yep. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll invite you in. Where are you at in my friends list? There you are. When I was editing, I realized that I play with my hair a lot when I'm just chatting with y'all. All right, we can't have 3 tanks and 1 healer, guys. Yo, those red glowing eyes? Damn. Your Edgelord Gunbreaker? Hell yeah. Been playing since 2.0 beta. Awesome. Damn. I got some old timers in chat. I love it. Well, at least you know you won't wipe. True. I'm related to anything Taleo. What are your thoughts on the Phase Crown Rapier for MH? Which one's that? F-A-E. Ooh, it's pretty. I love the little wings on it. I will say the blade's pretty plain, but the guard is very beautiful. I also like the little the butterflies floating around it. It's very pretty. Duty finder, let's queue up. But only tanks. Yo, Pulse. Nani? Which one's this one? I don't think I've run this one. In a long time, at least. I love the glowy Fey weapons so much, but they're so expensive. I imagine because they're glowy and Fey. I may need to be guided a little bit on this dungeon, y'all. I don't remember this. Oh, Pulse is that. Yes. Okay, good. Crystals? Heidelin? Is that you? Did you do the hard version of Realm Bone Dungeons? I did some of them. I can't remember if I've done how many I've done. But I've done some of them. I can show you my dungeon list in a second. Oh, nope. I'll just show you after the dungeon. I would say I've done a good part of them. I think I've only missed a couple of them. I know that the crystals are important, but I can't remember why. It has something to do with that eyeball. Copperbell Mine's hard. Oh, honestly, it's been so long, y'all, that I probably don't even remember them. So it might be a good idea just for me to, you know, redo them. I remember Sastasha hard because it had, like, the captain turn into some sort of tentacle monster, which is always great. Except for this dungeon, all damage is reduced by standing in the purple light. Okay, purple light is good. To be fair, I love purple. What is this glowy circle? Magic Terminal begins countdown. I'm very confused about what we're doing here. Should I not be in the circle? You want me to go in here? I thought this is just that. I mean, there's a treasure chest, but... It's a button to open a treasure room. Okay. Thank you, guys. Oh my god. What did I do? I've literally never done that, and I've had that there for so long. Skill leveling speed strat was to pull everything from beginning to first boss, kill it, leave, and do it again. Oh, that sounds really annoying, honestly. I'd rather just complete the dungeon, honestly. Honestly. What's unfortunate is that, for some reason, the volume that's good for stream means I can't even hear the music, which is very sad. I should be standing in the purple light because it reduces my damage. Is this dog attacking someone else? Whoa! I just took damage. Whoa! Don't die, bud. Pretty low for you, we could turn it up a little. Oh, okay. I was asking y'all. Hopefully that's good and it's not competing with my voice. Just let me know. Is that how audio works? Yeah, OBS is good, but not the best. Okay, now we go this way. Let me know if this is drowning out my voice too much. Alright, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing for this boss. I think I need to tank him in the purple, is that right? Drag eye into purple light to make it damageable. Okay, good. Sounds good to you, beautiful. Thank you, Iron, for the playlist and also for gauging my audio. It'll make me forgive you for not doing dungeons with me. Is that what we're pretending that I'm angry at you for? I don't remember what I'm supposed to be angry at you for. Is it purple? What's the word? Okay, it is, yeah. Improve these old dungeons so much there's really no reason not to do them anymore. I always enjoy them with a change of definite improvements. Oh, definitely. I agree 100%. Hello? What's this? Purple light gone. Ring to new purple light. Where new purple light? New purple light over there. You guys are jumping. Here, Flail! Stop being dumb! Come over here! We know you're a streamer and you got poop brain, but come over here, dude! It is terminal, by the way, streamer brain. Still here just multitasking. Well, I'm glad you're still here. Time before. You did not call me dumb? Oh, I called myself dumb. Is streamer brain just stage fright? No, streamer brain is... There's a lot of things happening. You're trying to be entertaining. You're trying to look at chat and make sure you're staying up to date on it. Trying to be, like, conscientious of chat's conversations. And you're trying to do the mechanics. So it's just multitasking, but a lot of them require like concentration. So you kind of have to pick and choose what you're trying to be good at for the moment. And right now I'm trying to be make you guys have a good time. So sometimes my mechanics fall off. This is the area for the first time after the changes, and it's so much better. I will say Copperbelt, was it Copperbelt Mines with the sludge monster? I can't remember. If it's that one, the one that has the goop, that one is the best change. I remember doing this and getting absolutely obliterated, so I'm pulling small in this section. Conscientious. Oh God! Why did you go over there? I hit my I will not die button. I was trying very hard not to pull those. So I know they do a lot of damage. Well, it changes to Total Rock at the same time, it's kind of empty now. That is something that I agree. That's a little bit empty. You got launched. Oh, okay. Well, I'll forgive you. If you forgive me for streamer brain, I'll forgive you for getting launched. Both of them are out of our power. Nidhogg has more moves from his trial. Ooh. I really do like how they made the Ultima its own thing, the Ultima weapon, and didn't make it just, you know, a super easy fight. It's actually interesting. Test your new raise macro. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. That's what we'll call it. You have the aggro? What? For what? What? I thought everything was aggroed on me. Am I going crazy? Is it okay with nothing healing? Anyone can be a tank? True. I just don't know what was hitting you. Monsters are mad at you? How could anyone be mad at you, Thane? Honestly, that sounds illegal. Let's do more consistency. I agree. You know, if I'm being a good tech, I should probably point this away from the party. Oopsie. Cheeky, that me? Hello? Oh, there you are. Oh, Sonic Rose. Hello, hello. I think I recognize your name from YouTube messages, unless I'm mistaken. Welcome on in. How you doing? Just got off work. Wasn't sure if you'd be able to make stream at all. Well, hey, you made it. Welcome on in. And Alf, thank you for telling me how to say your name, because I probably would have said it very wrong. Welcome on in. 2 new chatters all at once. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? In the Discord, I've commented on a couple. Okay, you're in the Discord. I knew I saw you. I just was like, first time chatter? I feel like I know you. Yo, bro, I feel like I know you. Legit. Sir? Damage delta's increased. I thought that was saying he was taking less damage. I was confused. I'm watching your VODs for con. Oh, that's so sweet. Welcome on in, both of you. Glad you could find this little piece of the internet. How long have you guys been... Guys, how long have y'all been playing Final Fantasy? And can I have your pronouns, please? What world do I hail from? I am on Siren Aether. Brain. Lost it there for a second. Dungeon sucks. It's a little bit odd, I will say. I've been playing since Shadowbringers launch. Okay, you're not that much further back than I was. I started right when Endwalker launched. I've got some people who've been playing since like original beta. It's wild. Hey, sorry about not aggroing all those mobs off you guys. I should probably do that. See him technically. I started in 2.0, but back I only got max and maybe got. Oh, you're in the Navy. And by the way, immediately I wanted to sing "In the Navy, you can sail the 7 seas." I wonder if it counts on faster if multiple of us are in it. I'm playing since Stormblood about 5 years. Had this screen name since the mid-90s. Holy moly. Sonic fan and female, so I thought the Rose would... Okay. Yeah, that's actually really cool. We chose a ship name. Good point. Dogs want to go out? Yeah, no problem. How dare you have animals? If anyone has a spare 1,000 points around, we can see my puppy. Played in fall 2020 for a week or two until level 10-ish. Gave up for a few months, then came back to the game. That's actually similar to what I did, Spade. I tried the free trial out a while ago. Where are we supposed to go now? Up? Around? Downtown? I tried the free trial out a few years ago, and then I just kind of gave up because I didn't know what I was doing. Wait a minute or two after this dungeon, I'll have a gift for you. A gift? Fancy. Drop the pup, there we are.
Belle, come here. The internet wants to see you. You're gonna be internet famous. Come here, Belle.
Oh, get him.
He's gonna pick me up again.
Why you need to start it?
He's gonna use me for entertainment. Look at this girl. Look at this baby girl. Oh yeah, her mom bringing her a treat. Oh, look, getting excited.
He's like, I want to eat it right here, though.
How old is she? We think around 8. We rescued her. We think when she was 3 years old. Unfortunately, we don't know for a fact, but we think she was around 8 years old. We got her right after we got married, right?
About 3 months after.
About 3 months after we got married. So she was our marriage pup. Had the name since 06. Wow. I had this name for a few years. Taleo was what my WoW character was called for a bit. Let's go, puppy. Hell yeah. Worth the 1K internet points? I'm saying. You're back? Sorry about that? How could you, Phaeton? How could you? Take y'all away from the exploding crystals, I think. Alright, Swifter. You degenerate. You degenerate. Once again, Taleo, point them away from the party. If I add Mithril Tempest to your bar as your combo after Overpower? It didn't get added automatically? 1 second, guys. Did I get it from doing a job quest? Because that's I haven't done the job quest. Yo, Shafro! Oh my gosh, thank you for gifting 5 subs. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Sorry there's no alert. It's broken, but oh my gosh, that's so kind of you. Everyone who got a sub, make sure to thank Shafro. I learned it from job quest. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I've just been farming through doing dungeons with everyone. I haven't taken a break to do the job quests. You have a terrier mixed puppy that's turning 1 year old. Oh my gosh, COVID, I think you are in the Discord now. We have a pet photo section. You need to put your puppy in there. We know that she's mostly Chihuahua, some Black Lab, some Boxer. She's a lot of things. They're kind of important. Oh, I definitely will learn them. I just didn't want to, you know, take a break from doing the dungeons. Do I bring the boss over, or do I hold it in the middle? I'm just gonna hold it in the middle for now. Camper Dog, first time chatter, and you're thanking for a sub. I can't think of a better way to use your first time chat. Welcome on in. A 13-year-old English Springer Spaniel. Oh my gosh. You got old and young in the same house. That's adorable. You have a pity boxer collie mix? That's a lot of mix. He was snuggly, super cute, and have both pity strength and border collie intellect. That's a lot to handle. Oh my gosh. We had a beautiful dumb corgi puppy before Belle.
Oh, head empty.
She was the most head empty. One of her favorite things to do was she would run at full speed and then flop on her side on the carpet so she could slide. Her name was Sandy, named after SpongeBob. Boss, what move will cut her crystal? Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, Axe, thank you for subbing with Time and for the follow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Good time to pitch. Anyone who has a Twitch Prime in chat, it's time to Prime. You know, it's free. It comes up every month. If you don't use it, you lose it. So if you have a Twitch Prime laying around, maybe toss it towards Taleo. Old creaky bones Taleo. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Axe. And Swifter, thank you for giving out a sub. Oh my gosh. A hype train going? Are we hype, chat? That's so... Oh my gosh, you guys are so kind to me. I really appreciate that. Anyone who got a gift sub, make sure to thank the person who gave it to you. They're being kind enough to all of us to give out something as beautiful as a sub to a channel. I had to wait till I get to my PC. Couldn't find the sub on your phone. I've been told that I have a gift if I wait a couple minutes. Back for a bit while I wait for dinner to arrive. Apparently I need to get... Camper V, thank you for the gifted sub. You got gifted a sub and you really gifted out. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I'd be carded for ginger ale? What? Because it has ale in the name? That sounds like someone who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. One of your exes had husky pity mixes? That sounds like a handful. Not being around them is the saddest part of relationship ending. Yeah, I can't speak to it because I've never had a relationship end. Flexing, I guess. But I imagine that losing access to a pet would be pretty rough. Is that just a spy hander? That's just like an unglamorized, normal-ass spy hander. That's really cool. Spy handers are one of my favorite swords. Oh, I'm being gifted something. Oh, thank you. Is that why you're asking what I thought of it? That's really sweet. Thank you so much. Both your dogs are pure huskies? Oh god, Fane. Oh, sorry, I guess I should be talking in the language of your people.
Pretty dogs.
Just to note, you can turn off cutscenes that you've been seen before. Oh yes, I know that one. I don't think I actually pronounced your name yet. I don't know. Is Alf okay? Unless you already told me, my brain just got blown up by primes. Yeah, you told me Alf, that's right, yeah. Yeah, I remembered it for a second, but then my brain was like, did they? Did they? Dark Knight is the Spy Hunter class. Yeah. I'll try it out eventually. You've arrived? You've arrived. It's fun. I had someone give me 1 mil. Oh gosh, it's scrolling, it's scrolling. I had someone give me 1 mil to insult a mutual friend? What? I love my friends, but 1 mil is 1 mil. I mean, get that bread. Accept that friend request. Yeah, I'm so popular. I got what? 71 friends? Holy moly. Apparently most app-based screenshot reading stuff seems to dislike the dusty lighting and... Oh no. Do I have that already? I want to make sure I don't have that already before I accept it. I already have it. I really appreciate it. I don't want to take it from you because it would just be sitting on my back. Oh, it says you hover? Okay. I don't see a check mark. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh god, there's a friend request. I didn't see the friend request. Oh god, there's so many friend requests. They're queued up. They're queued up. I'm too popular. Mom, I'm too popular. There was no hard feelings about the relationship ending, but we stopped talking unless I could do something. Oh, that's unfortunate, Shim. I'm sorry. You say obtained slash registered or unattained unregistered? Okay. Oh, you're noggin-y. Okay. Hype train success. We got hype train emotes completed at level 3. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for gifting out those subs. That was incredibly kind of you. And for the prime. I don't think I forgot the prime. It wasn't all just gifted. About the Fae Crown Rapier because I remember you talking about liking the Fae when I was watching your Shadowbringers videos. I love the Fae. The Fae are an absolutely beautiful race isn't the correct word, but it is. I love the Fae archetype in literature. I don't remember your kind of thing, but I want to be sure before I committed the guild to it. That's fair. Oh wait, you said this was really expensive, didn't you? Wait, how much was this? Do I want to know? Are we good to queue up again? Do people want to swap out? Is there new people that want to join? The Fae Beast Trap is the best. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. So I'll be back in like 3 or 4 minutes. If anyone wants to join, just type like me in chat. Or if people want to stay, just stay in the party. I will be right back. Hello, I'm back. Have fun at house for some work. Well, Chapro, thank you so much for coming by. I really enjoyed having you, and thank you so much for the gift subs. I really appreciate it. You wouldn't mind joining? All right. Which one's you, Sonic? You... Is that Negami? Is that you, Sonic? I forget your name in game. I apologize. Apparently a fully matured Gabu weighs exactly 1 ton. Holy moly. I do eventually want to get the Gabu mount. Fae species, Fae peoples. That works. Sonic, can you switch to a non-tanking class so we can queue up? Oh, wow, that book is gorgeous. Is that from Nidhogg? We got the spooky slice over here. All right. Oh. Ow. We're chatting in chat with each other about if you guys want to join. I just want to make sure before we start everyone's happy. Are we good to go with the current party? The book is a relic? Oh, okay. I don't see anyone piping up, so let's join. Oh, there's a staff I need to see? Ooh la la. Oh, it's just a broom. I love that. Negami sounds familiar, like in an anime sense. Are you kidding me? We're back here? Come on. I mean, hey, you know what? At least it doesn't matter that I don't have my class quest done, right? I wouldn't even have the skills. Oh, it is the Heavens. Okay, sweet. It's regardless, it's beautiful. It's like 80% of your kit. Yep. Know that feel. Not immune to Tantera. No one's immune. At least give me like the hard version of it. I feel like they should allow the hard versions to be in the roulette. So then it adds some variety, you know? Because the Tantera hard version's really great. It's like an ultimate spooky tale. What sounds familiar in an anime sense? Negami. I know, like, Megane is, like, what they refer to people who have, like, glasses as a... Kink? It's, like, romantically interesting. You know, you can set limited leveling roulette parties, right? Dungeon section thing. I didn't know that. How do I do that? Only works for pre-made parties? Well, hey, luckily. I didn't know that you could do roulette like that. I thought you could just, like, pick and choose dungeons. That's what level up through dungeons is queue for the dungeons that are your level and play them until you unlock a different dungeon. Oh! I thought the best way was through roulette. I'm a noob. This is boneless astrology. Oh god. Start on the daily leveling roulette isn't actually worth to do it again while you still get experience from level syncs. You actually get less than the... Oh. And eat food. Do I have any food? I don't know if I have any food. I don't have any food right now. I'll have to buy some. Roulette bonus, highest level dungeon, roulette no bonus. Okay. There's an anime manga called Negima that you might be thinking of, otherwise maybe a character name. Okay. Probably character name then. Oh, it's a little video so it's not roulette. Oh. Appreciate ya. Educate me. And y'all have any good anime you've watched recently or manga you've read? I just actually read all of Spy X Family, and it's fucking great. I didn't know what to expect when going into it, but certainly wasn't bad. I won't spoil anything, obviously, for people who haven't. But if you're on the fence about looking to Spy X Family, the story's fantastic. I know the anime has been widely regarded as well animated as well. Well. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Oh my god, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Oh, it's so good. It broke my heart so hard. I was not expecting it to have that ending. Please watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Just know going in that it's sad. I won't spoil anything. I won't say anything. One of the best shows I've seen in a very long time. One of the best animated things. I mean, it's Studio Trigger. Digimon Ghost game is pretty good. Yeah, my wife is loving Digimon Survive. You played through it on like the normal mode, and then you played it through on. It's a series. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Digimon Survive, because that's also Digimon Ghost. So gonna have to be your favorite Trigger show? Yeah, hands down, hands down. Digimon Survive, my beloved. Which versions have you beaten here?
I beat Harmony, Mortal.
She beat Harmony and Mortal. She's on the truthful route. She's not doing the wrathful route, because it takes too much time. But yeah, she is absolutely adoring that game. Bad member thinking to Anya, can't watch it. Fair. You probably the Isekai. I love Isekai series. Recommend Parallel World Pharmacy and Black Summoner. Could you DM me that, Sylvest? I know I have like a section specifically for anime recommendations, but a lot of it gets drowned out because everyone really wants to recommend stuff. So if you could DM me directly on Discord, that'd be lovely. Been very slow going through it so early in the game. I will say definitely keep sticking with it. It's very good. I've watched my wife play it a bit, and even without knowing the plot, it's still fun to like, check in every once in a while and go, ooh, what's going on? What Digimon you got? Parallel Pharmacy is amazing. Hell yeah. Parasite the Maxim? I know I watched Parasite, the one with the guy who got like a space alien in his hand. I'm assuming that's different though. Being nitpicky, but you should generally just spam your AoE attack on 3 targets on tank. AoE attacks. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for letting me know, Al. I died. Oh, I love reincarnated as this line. Rimuru Bay. Ultimate gender fluid icon. Granted, I haven't seen the newest season of it. I watched season 1 and 2. Also, was it So Much Spider, So What? That was really good too. I thought it was gonna be dumb with the naming convention, but actually a really good story. Not so late, it's already over. No. Usually it would be over by now, but it's Friday and I'm really enjoying hanging out, honestly. So I'm going later than I usually would. Ghost Game is an anime season and it's great, basically episodic horror. Oh, that's really cool, actually. So 3 or more targets, I should just be spamming my overpower. Gotcha. Thank you, Al. And don't feel like it's nitpicky to give me advice on stuff. I'm always ready to learn. I know for a fact I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Your healer ignored me? That's fine. I'm used to being ignored. Says the man being watched by over 20 people.
With a wife?
With a wife and a dog. It's the bean guy. Hey, Zinsu, I'm the opposite of the bean guy. I didn't want to eat the baked beans over rice. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. The animal did it. My wife ate baked beans over rice, and she said it was mid. Like...
No, you had those. They had no flavor.
I just can't believe you did it. It's... How you doing, Zinsu? I'm full of pancake and I'm coming for you? Hell yeah, pancakes. Sorry to admit, don't like pancakes. I know. Casters range would you stay out of the way? Yeah. I didn't realize there was multiple casters. I should have used my stun or my interrupt to like interrupt cast and make it run to me. Played Digimon games since Digimon World back in '99. My wife loves Digimon games. Digimon World, that's the PS1 game, right? Yes. Yeah, back a few years ago for her birthday, I got her a bunch of retro games at a local store. So I got her Super Mario Sunshine. I got her Digimon World. I got you one other thing too, didn't I, dear? Wife has incredible taste. I'm saying. Hey guys, I don't know if I can tell you this. Keep it a secret. I kind of love my wife. Weird, right? Weird champ. Yeah, what's Paper Mario? Oh, it was Pokemon the Pikachu Mike one. What's that one called? Hey You Pikachu. I got her Hey You Pikachu as well. You like your sub back, please? Oh. I love French toast though. Arm length a lot of guys in you, yes. I continually forget to use arm sling. I have been using it though, a little bit, since you guys told me. Oh god. Hit me, please. I'm alright while trying to fucking sleep, but I can't. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. How am I? Very good. I have had a very rough and yucky week, but tonight has been beautiful. Met a lot of new friends, done a lot of dungeons with them. It's been great. Touch the orb. The one mom isn't caught in your axe whirlwind, use Provoke instead of Tomahawk. Oh yes, because Provoke is it's on the GCD. Currently maining Paladin. Ooh. Hopefully at the level where it's fun to play. Peach Girl's pretty good. High school drama. Unfortunately, that's not for me. I can't handle like the high school relationship drama anime stuff. I have the worst like secondhand cringe / embarrassment in the world. So if something is like that, I can't. Leveling in alt and you haven't even finished the story. I wanted to just do a chill day. Like today I wasn't feeling doing the story because I would have to, you know, focus and do all that fun stuff. It's been a rough week, so I figured I'd just sit down and do some chilling. Sunshine is considered retro now. I'm so heckin' old. Technically, I think retro is considered if it's been the last 2 generations. I mean, I personally don't consider it retro because I grew up with GameCube, but technically, I think if it's 2 generations old, it's considered retro. I felt like the secondhand embarrassment. It's rough. I can't handle it. Work with high schoolers, they consider GTA 5 retro. That's, oh, I guess technically it released on the PS3. I feel like since it's been updated so many times and it's still live, it's not retro. I feel like if it's still live and being continuously updated, it can't technically be retro. Unless I'm going crazy. Unless I'm huffing the most amount of copium. Play Dark Knight as my tank big sword. I do like big sword. Anything older than 2 gens back, I think. Yes. It's not an alt, it's an off class. Fair. Do you not lose Sprout until you Endwalker? Yes, you have to hit Endwalker to lose Sprout. Kids are idiots. Kids just don't know what's happening in the world. They're not dumb. It would be very easy to just say, oh, this thing is dumb, but it's not true, and it's reductive. Children definitely lack the experience to make some good cakes sometimes, but that's just growing up. I mean, if we want to talk about cringe children doing dumb things, I mean, like, come on. We all had our Tumblr phase. I mean, I was a cringe kid who did some cringy shit. I ran an anime club I was the president of the Dungeons and Dragons Magic the Gathering Club in school. I used to have debates about which anime character would beat a different anime character. Like, by that knowledge, RuneScape isn't retro. I agree. I think RuneScape isn't retro either. I mean, they just came out with a huge patch recently, right? Monopoly? I mean, they are updating the gameplay. They're just re-releasing it, right? I think I definitely missed some stuff. Let me scroll back and look. Formerly Sick, now Erilu. I will try very hard to remember it. Is it Erilu? Am I saying it right? If I forget that Erilu is sick, just correct me. I'm terrible with names. I apologize. You're down on cannon ground. I'm up in crack ship space. Digimon World 3 may be the best games ever made. Okay. I know my wife loves Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Oh, hello. Wait a minute. Boiled eggs? I'm not Ross. Behold the angry farmer. Oh, God. Don't remind me of my Tumblr phase. Oh, God. I followed so many, like, story blogs on Tumblr that were, like, taking, like, characters from My Little Pony and making stories with them. Like, oh, gosh, what was it? Discord Hooves and... Oh, Lyra, Heartstrings. There's a bunch I followed back then. So, yeah, we all had our cringe phase as kids. Still on Tumblr, though, I just lurk. I wrote fanfiction for an English... You wrote fanfiction for an English... Damn, Spade. Oh. Oh. Wish I had a Tumblr phase instead I had a 4chan phase. No! Soon, no! Have I done the Eden raids yet? I have not. That's my next thing I'm doing. Beach Boy, and this is my edgy glam variant. Y'all's glams are so pretty. Damn. Damn. Look at that armor, though. Oh my god, going Super Saiyan over there, Jesus. Erilu? Okay. And yes, so now my name matches my in-game name. Well, honestly, it just sounds very pretty, too. Erilu is very beautiful. MLP fanfics account, yeah, I remember that. Yep. I followed so many of them. The problem is that the My Little Pony fandom was very good and horribly disgusting gross. And those two things, it's hard to be a part of a group of people where this is such a prominent part of it, you know? The horrible, disgusting, gross side of it. So, it's unfortunate. As someone who had a hardcover copy of they made a hardcover copy of Fallout Equestria. Holy moly. That's actually one thing I didn't get into. It was too long for me, and I never played the Fallout games when I was growing up. I played them now, but back when I was younger, I never played the Fallout games. Got it AFK from it? No problem. I'm just enjoying talking with chat, too. Oh, yeah, me too. I'm trying to think of what to do after I, hit endgame. Definitely be pushing Extremes and Savages. I would like to actually make a free company with my stream community, so we can try to push, do progression on Savages. I definitely want to do Glam. I was thinking about if I can get money doing Glam contests as well, although that can always, like, hurt, like, make people feel like they're not good enough if they're in a contest and I don't pick them. So that's something I'm iffy on. But the idea of doing like a Glam contest might be interesting. Definitely getting Glam for myself. I don't know. There's a bunch of things I want to do when I get max level for streaming. You can't look at ponies the same way anymore. I know, it's so gross. Never had a Tumblr phase. I had a Gaia Online phase though. Oh wow. Cyber Sleuth is pretty good too. Digimon World Next Order is a newer game based on the original Digimon. Yes, she did play Digimon World Next Order. I think she liked Cyber Sleuth 1 a little bit better, but I'm not 100% on that one. A lot of you just comfy. Oh, I love comfy. Don't know why, but I've been rewatching pretty much everything Transformers related. Oh, ooh, Pink Chicken follow. How many times have you been in chat, Pink, and just now following me? I appreciate it. It's just wild. You've been in so many different streams. I joined the hypothetical free company if I were already committed to my friend's free company. Oh yeah, I don't expect people to do huge commitments to things. Do you have an alt I can maybe migrate to Siren though? Ooh. Hmm? I tried to change my in-game name and it ended with me changing back because everyone already knew me as Arilu. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Everyone calls you Ari. Honestly, it's just a beautiful name. It disgusts me that Hasbro tried to make an MLP and Transformers crossover show. They did? What? I never heard of that. Did you ever show you your 15 macro that tells the story of a dude who dies? You have a macro that does that? Excuse me? No, I've not seen that. Didn't realize I wasn't following before. Thanks, move on. Don't use Twitch often, so I forget about interacting it. The fact that you don't use Twitch often and you've come to multiple of my streams, Pink, that's really sweet. I appreciate that. Twitch is something that's not for everyone, and the fact that I managed to make you use it is really sweet. What does this mean that Tumblr also got some nasty and creepy pony stuff? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Tumblr had so much... Ugh. Think of anything not safe for work, and they pretty much had that. My Little Pony attracted a lot of really, really cool people. Really artistic, really, like, excellent people. But it also attracted the exact opposite. Very gross, very... You know what? Let's just leave it at the fact that My Little Pony had a great impact on my life. I thought it was fantastic. I enjoyed the show a lot until Lauren Faust left. And even though there were some negative proponents in the community, there's that in every community. I mean, I love Supernatural and Doctor Who, but I'm never in the Super Who-Lock fandom. My hair cut out, did you reply to what I said? I did not. Hold on, look at me against the wall. I'm looking at you. Hello. Also been replaying Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and oh, Black Flag was so good. Oh my god. Black Flag was excellent. It was one of the few Assassin's Creed I enjoyed after the Ezio trilogy. I am beckoned. I see you. Oh god. Super Sentai over there. Damn, swapping through the different outfits in the macro is also really cool. Then he dies again. I love that. That was absolutely beautiful. Internet's full of degenerates. They are everywhere. Yeah. Yep. You don't even want to know about the dark side of Final Fantasy XIV then? Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. I've enjoyed Final Fantasy so much, I don't really want to be involved in the darker sides of the community. I had a limited time online when I was younger, so I mostly just used Gaia Facebook for the games. Oh. It's like called Anime Forum. Hell yeah. I didn't have much access when I was younger either. We had a family computer that was shared. So most of what I did when I was younger was I played RuneScape, but I wasn't a member. So most of the time I just spent mining and chopping wood. For like, I got on my computer for like my allotted hour and a half. I did have full access to a television and a PlayStation 2 in my room, which I helped buy. I worked, oh gosh, I started working when I was like 11 or 12. My uncle did like lawn mowing around the community, and I started working with them, the 50-50 split. So I actually bought Kingdom Hearts 2 with my own hard work money for mowing lawns. So how about the party? I had to keep with my internet and did her acting up and can't watch stream. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, what's this whispering? And Not watched a single episode of My Little Pony, but with what I've seen from the fans, I've come to conclusion much better off this way. And that's just sad, because the show is really good. It's so good. Up until like season 4, maybe? Season 5? I can't remember how far in. But it's such an excellent show. I mean, it's Lauren Faust. Like she wrote the Powerpuff Girls. And was it Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends as well? She did a bunch of really great stuff. I was in the Home Stuff fandom, Pinnacle of Cringe. Since we went to MLP, lots of extremely creative, but one, and yep. I actually never got into Homestuck. It felt like the barrier to entry was so high because there was so much when I learned about it. I just felt overwhelmed. Somebody they stuffed up Skull and Bones. All we wanted was Black Flag without the Assassin's part. Yeah. Somehow enough to have all my jobs in different UI setups so that I don't have to do a million buttons. That's a really good idea, Axe. Have I ever played Dragoon before? I have not. I think I got a Lancer character. I have a level 38 Dragoon, so I played a bit of it, but not much. First MMO you played was Destiny. I was so excited for Destiny. I got it on day 1 launch with the deluxe edition. And if you guys remember, Destiny 1 was pretty shit when it first came out. So I got pretty disillusioned because I spent like $80 in the game that ended up being pretty terrible. But I know it's great now, especially with Destiny 2 is being in the developer's hands again. I don't know. Backflippy spear main checking in. Yeah, I've heard Dragoon's very fun. My mod Chopin, you guys know Chopin. She mains Dragoon most of the time. Like you said, I understand why Dragoon players are like that now. So played today, been playing Destiny franchise since 2014. Yeah, Destiny has a very strong fan base nowadays. Very strong. Final Fantasy is your first MMO. What's an AoE? Hey, Ari, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. There's so much, like, innate knowledge in an MMO that you don't think about it as, like, a long-term player. Dragoon's at 90? Hell yeah. Did you miss anything? No, we've just been chatting. Right. It's 10 p.m. We're 30 minutes past when I'm supposed to be going to bed. One more dungeon. One more. One more again. We have a healer spot if someone wants to pop in. Done any Palace of the Dead? I have not. I have not done any Palace of the Dead. Ooh, let me see the bark lamp. Okay, that is totes adorbs. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, it's so cute. You'll go? Sweet. Down for another run? Hell yeah. A lot of people wanted to go, and immediately I picked the first one I saw. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, there'll be plenty of time to play together when we do the eating raids, though. Well, I should try Palace? I don't know if it's a good stream. I've heard from a lot of people it's not exactly the best for streaming, but maybe. First MMO was ZOMG on Gaia. I don't know what that is. Good XP. Yeah, I've heard it's really good for XP. I don't have my tank stance on. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Second was Final Fantasy 14, which I started at 2.0 launch. Played for a couple of months. Had money issue. That's fair. MMOs do be sucking money out. I did see they released Guild Wars 2 on Steam, which I've heard is fantastic. You try a 200 run if you like. I don't know what that is. Just assume I know nothing about Palace of the Dead. Just spam overpower. With the group is fun to watch. Oh, okay. When do you plan on doing the Eden raids? Maybe tomorrow. Keep an eye on the Discord. It'll depend on how I'm feeling, because I am still recovering emotionally from this week. Although this stream has definitely been helpful. So maybe tomorrow. I'll post it likely tomorrow in the morning if I'm planning on streaming. If not, I'll definitely do Sunday. Gaia was lit as fuck. I never played MO, but the other activities were nice. I don't really know what Gaia Online is, I guess. Did you see the orange spots at first you were replying to it? I will say, it was really difficult for me in the beginning with the orange spots, because the way you need to move out of them is different than most other games. If what I'm saying makes sense. Like, the attack doesn't hit when the circle goes away. It hits like a second after. So moving in and out of the combat's a little odd. Mental health always comes first? Thank you. I appreciate that. I know I do miss a lot of streams due to my mental health, and I understand that it takes precedent, but I do want to hang out with you guys. I love streaming. It's just a shame that my mental health has to take precedent like that, you know? If you do around 3 to 8 p.m. EST, I can be there. You can't be there, you're at work? Ah, unfortunate. I'll probably, I mean, if I'm doing it tomorrow, this is all speculation. If I do it tomorrow, it would most likely start around 12 or 1. Once again, all speculation. Old form, website with added avatar customization. Fancy. This is actually pretty good for stream IMO, roguelike random dungeon courses. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested in me doing that and seeing it, we could do Palace of the Dead together. How many people can be in a group at once? Reprisal, also good. What? I have been using Reprisal. I have learned Shirk. Reverse 25% of enemy to target party. Why would I want to do that? Oh, for like an off-tank switch? Okay. Working super late tomorrow, but hopefully I can be there for E7 mitigation. Yeah, I've been using Reprisal. I know AoEs are because I played ESO for 5 to do certain things. Oh, 5 or 8 years since I. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's the terminology can get a little odd for new players, definitely. Four people for deep dungeons? Okay, so it'd be similar to what we're doing right now then. Taking stances at work, not wanting to do certain things for my mental health. Unfortunately, I've done the most I can. My job is, I'm not supposed to be able to work from home at all, but I have, with my medical and mental health providers, gotten to be fully work from home. And I have FMLA. So I've pretty much done everything I can for my health right now. Or tank swapping or obliterating another party member. You die. Star Wars: The Old Republic. Oh man, Knights of the Old Republic is one of my favorite games of all time. If you guys haven't played Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, it's just so good. Unfortunately, the Steam version is shit, but it's just so good. I've heard that Star Wars: The Old Republic is a good story, not the best MMO, but that's from Josh Stripe Hayes, and I love his content. Deep dungeons have no class restrictions? Okay. KOTOR and KOTOR 2 are so good, they are. Some of my favorite memories of all time growing up was my mom and I playing KOTOR together. She kind of gave up on playing video games after a certain bit, but she played Fatal Frame, she played the old Resident Evils, she played KOTOR. Like, some of my favorite memories from when I was younger was watching my mom play those, and I actually got outed. I pretended I couldn't read as well because I hated doing it as a kid, and I was then playing KOTOR, which is, you know, a BioWare game. It's 90% dialogue, and I was reading that like it was no problem. I was loving every second of it. My mom was like, "You motherfucker." Pretending he can't read, and that's actually how I ended up loving reading. Was my mom and grandma was like, "Oh, he loves sci-fi fantasy stuff, so if we get him into that, maybe he'll start reading more." And one of the first books I ever read that I loved was Aragon. If you guys haven't read it, it's a book about dragon riding, like being a dragon rider and facing off against, like, you know, an almighty ruler and regime. Basically think Lord of the Rings light. But yeah, that's actually how I got into reading, was KOTOR. So that'll always hold a special place in my heart. Star Wars Republic Commando is an amazing game. Is there a way to play it? Is it like on Steam or GOG? Tanks do too much aggro now for sure to be used to troll. Back in Trumbo, we used to troll each other all the time with it. Hell yeah. Also, you're back? Welcome back, Swifter. Your parents never played anything other than match 3 puzzles? That's what my mom is like now. I don't know what it was that caused the switch, but she just eventually stopped playing games that weren't, oh gosh, this is like a throwback. Like the kind of games where you're running a restaurant and you have to, like, be a waiter and go to the tables with the food before the timer runs out. Like those kind of Facebook games she would play. Which I just don't know what happened to drive her off from playing. God, everything I say is gonna be bad. I was gonna say real games, but that's not good. Better games, but that's not good. More intense games, I guess. Rebel Command's on GOG and is excellent. Okay. Has the same experience with your parents. Always like, how do you remember that nerdy stuff, but not the school stuff? Yeah. More involved games? There we go. Story games? Yes. I think what it really was when they switched from tank controls. Because my mom didn't have a very good time navigating in 3D space. So like Fatal Frame and that kind of stuff, was very like tank controls, Resident Evil's tank controls, Silent Hill tank controls. So once they got to more of like a free-form movement, I think she just couldn't understand how to do it, possibly? I don't know. It's on PS4 as well. Interesting. Bro, Aragon was great. I love Aragon. I have the hardcover of all 4 books over on my bookshelf over there. Although, okay, no, the bookshelf is packed. Usually on the bookshelf. For those of you who weren't in the beginning of the stream, I'm actually moving next week, next Saturday. So no stream next Friday or Saturday, and probably not Sunday either, depending on how it goes. But I'm going to be moving to a new house. I'm going to be renting a 3-bedroom house, so I'll have a whole room dedicated to streaming and doing my office work. The Transformers Cybertron games are really good. Unfortunately, you can't buy them anymore. Oh, really? Sucks. Diner Dash, thank you, Fane. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. Introduce your grandmother to Farmville. I'm sorry, our internet downloaded limit got a lot better. Downside, she's addicted to it. Oh no. Yeah, my mom got so addicted to Farmville games. Come on, like Animal Crossing and Farmville. Yeah, definitely. Just say, oh, but the Pokemon Sapphire was how I learned to read as a kid. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, I love that. There's a few funny videos on YouTube of people having their moms play a game for the first time. I usually like those. Sometimes it gets a little bit secondhand embarrassment-y because like it feels like they're farming their mom for views, you know? It doesn't feel sincere sometimes. Sometimes it's great. It depends on the YouTuber, obviously. But a lot of times it's like, look at this dumb person that's old. They don't know what a video game is. I think that there's a Pro TV sketch about that. It's like, let's see if my grandmother can make these Smash Brothers characters. Oh, that's Moth from... Oh gosh, what's Moth from? Why can't I remember what they're called? Fire Emblem! It's the reason I'll never stop loving Pokemon. I got into Pokemon because of my wife, actually. I played Fire Red when I was a kid, but that was pretty much it. We didn't really own any Nintendo products. We didn't have the money to buy multiple consoles, so we just had PlayStations in the household. And the original Xbox, not Xbox 360, original Xbox. So unfortunately, I never got not to play any of the older Nintendo stuff until I met my wife. Hey, I believe you can win that world championship. There's a few funny... Oh, you read that one. I'll be honest, I love the Diner Dashes and Farmvilles of the world, but I hate how microtransactions they are. Yes, yes. The microtransactions are the worst part of them. They're very cathartic. That's why Animal Crossing is so popular and amazing. And how it does so well is it's those games, but no microtransactions. I play mobile games to the point I basically require microtransactions and I drop them. Same. I don't really play any mobile games. The only one I really play right now is Pokemon Go. And that's just because it's super easy. You just walk around and throw Pokeballs. There's not really much monetization they can really do to it. I find it amusing that your parents struggled to get you to read while mine couldn't get me to stop. Oh, once I learned that reading was good, I read nonstop. Like, I did the library programs where you go and you would like fill out a sheet of books. I got an award one year for reading the most books in the grade. Like, I'm an English major now. It was just when I was younger, all I really knew was reading for school, and most schools don't have the most interesting curriculum when it comes to literature. So I never really knew that reading could be that interesting until I read Aragon and Star Wars, and I was like, oh, these things are fucking amazing. And then, oh gosh, I adore reading. Unfortunately, I haven't done much aside from, like, manga recently. I don't know. I'd like to introduce you to Palace. Also, you played through Tamtara Hard yet? Tamtara Hard. Which one's that one? Is that the one with the girl who revives her dead boyfriend's head? Because I played that one. Thanks for the invite, honey. Pass out. Gotta be up at 3. Gotta get at 3 so I get 5 hours of sleep. Oh my god, Axe, thank you for partying up and hanging out. Go get some sleep. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for coming to stream. I really appreciate it. Assassin's Creed Rogue is one of the best Assassin's Creed games. I've not played it. I stopped playing after 4. Got in trouble for reading by lamp or flashlight when I should have been asleep. Really? Oh, my mom encouraged me to read as much as possible, Shim. My mom devours books. Oh my god, that woman pretty much cleared out our local library. It's amazing how much she reads. And she reads quick, too. She's a speed reader. There's more story with Edda connected to Palace of the Dead. Interesting. Okay. I mean, yeah, people are interested. I'll probably do? I'll probably do a poll on Discord to see if people are interested, and maybe do a Palace of the Dead day, where I can play with, hang out with y'all and play like I did with the dungeons today. Indeed, it was nice to finally be able to catch you live. Have a good night. Definitely, Axe. Have a great night. It's nice to finally be able to get... I've been thinking about getting the Viz app to... Dude, Shim, definitely. 100%. The Viz app is one of the best things I ever paid for. Not sponsored. I wish I was. It's like $2 a month and you get access to almost the entirety of Shonen Jump. It's crazy. I read all of One Piece. I read Spy X Family. I read all of original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Like, I've gone through so many series. One Punch Man. I'm quite a bit behind on My Hero Academia. I got caught up and then waited for, I think I've been like 6 months back right now. But yeah, the Viz app is definitely worth it. For years I've been reading books that I've seen the movies of, sometimes for good things, sometimes bad. That's a good idea, honestly, just checking out the book for a movie. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I just tend to be very picky with my books. Unfortunately, being an English major made me very picky when it comes to stories. So, I'm the worst person to watch a movie with, because I'm constantly like, that's a plot hole. Well, that's contrived. Every 10 levels in Palace, you get a lump sum of XP. You also find treasure in Palace. Would you like to see one of the things you can get? Oh, yeah, definitely. I would love to see it. The book, The Hate You Give, is really good. Okay. You love the bid subscription? It's so worth it. It's so worth it. Go to the Western Gate? Oh, is it like a barding for a chocobo, or? Western Gate. Ethernet. Gate of the Sultana? Gonna head to bed myself. Thanks for the fun stream. Definitely, Fane. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for, oh goodness. Thank you for playing with me. I really appreciate it. Oh, Pegasus! That's adorable. I love that. My wife is having Hero Academia withdrawals, waiting on season 6. Dude, I can't even, like, say where I stop without spoiling. No, I can't think of a way to say it. Top on My Hero Academia because I know for sure the ending is not what the manga wants to feel forced in favor of crying fans. Really? Oh, that's annoying. Picked up Black Clover. Low-key, Black Clover has some awesome openings. I read Black Clover up to, like, chapter 200, and then I kind of fell off of it. I can't remember why. I'll probably end up rereading it, though. Course? Well, course for you, Fane. Thank you for hanging out. Only available from Palace? Hell yeah. Oh god, it's a frog robot. All right, people. You got an extra 45 minutes of me. Better feel lucky. We're going to end the stream here. Thank you so much for hanging out today, guys. I really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much better you've made me feel. I was having a really bad week till I ended up, you know, getting off my butt and hanging out here with y'all. And it really helped a lot. So keep an eye on the Discord. If you haven't joined, I'm going to send the link in chat right now. If I plan on streaming tomorrow, it's going to be the Eden raid. So I'd love to be able to play with y'all. Oh, that's not the emote I wanted. I wanted to do the hug emote. So I may do the Eden raid tomorrow. Take a look there. It'll be my announcements. And we're gonna see if we can raid someone. Give some love to another community. Love Fantasy Story, so I'm biased on it because it's low-key fantasy story. I love fantasy so much. Thank you for the awesome stream, and I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh, thank you, Misei. That's really sweet. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's find someone to raid. Let's see who we're gonna do. Oh, Calzone streaming! Oh, we need to go raid Calzone. Let me raid Calzone. Those of you who are subscribed, we're gonna have a raid message. It's gonna be Taleo raid. Just type that into chat when we raid them. Show Calzone our love. They are an absolutely fantastic Final Fantasy streamer. The cutest bean. And all-around good gal. Let's get that started up. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the support. And thank you for being fun to hang out with. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, if not, definitely Sunday. And I hope you have a lovely night. Lots of love. Bye, guys.